We are live. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Mentally, physically, or emotionally.
Hello, adventurers!
Hello!
Hey, good job.
Actually, I need my
Welcome back to our fantasy western campaign that we are going to just start calling it Guns for Hire. So welcome back. The last time I met with you guys were able to rescue your new party member. Everybody, please say hello to Crimson.
Hi, Crimson.
Stream, if you don't know, this is Crimson. They are going to be playing a druid, but we're not going to go into specific details yet because I'm going to let them introduce themselves as we play. So yeah, who wants to be the victim today? And
I was the victim last time. Not doing it.
I was the first victim.
Suzlair, I'm picking you.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Let me see the
All
notes.
right.
What happened last time?
Day 3. We fought a shit ton of kobolds and two spiders, which I didn't take a lot of notes during the fight, so sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
The kobold, the kobold leader sacrificed himself to Draknara.
Draknara.
All right. Daya found a spider, a peacock spider that was named Skitter. Most importantly of them all, Foamy has a skin hide of a kobold. So
it's really
fancy.
Gross, but yep.
And Foamy found a faint magical residue torn robe. Skitter pulled out a scroll, which I don't remember who read it, but it said contained.
It was Taldoa.
It was Taldoa.
Read it.
Right. It was from Archiduus Arbori, which was a mage. Skitter was their spider companion. Keep the spider away from them, and just for the spider's sake, and feed it with insects and rodents.
Yep.
It was signed by the Hide Mage, so they were a mage. So Sue tried to pet Lightning, but was instantly rejected. They camped on the side of the road. Daya got 30 teeth and a wooden box, which is a lovely box. Korath got a knowledge book. Foamy got a silver mirror. Korath got bitch bit by the box. Merchant was Stylan.
Wow.
Did I say that name right?
Stylan.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, hey,
Stylan.
Stylan.
Okay.
Yeah, Stylan.
Okay, but the box. Okay, and then the box that Daya has was enchanted by mages, and Daya is now officially broke because he got the boots of Elven kind. Elven kind. Okay. Foamy got the boots. Taldoa making mash. I don't know what I wrote there.
Mash.
I got some clay to make a mask.
Mask. Okay.
Taldoa was doing arts and crafts in the corner.
Playing with clay.
Hey, leave him be.
But
yeah, Korath got a bath to take off the webs. The silk.
I have to bring it up. Does anybody remember what happened to Korath?
I remember, but there's no point in me.
I remember.
What happened to Korath in that spider battle? Or that kobold battle?
He fell asleep.
Well, you know, until he fell asleep.
He was being lazy. He fell asleep during a battle.
Shake my head.
He was paralyzed.
Shame on you, Korath. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I'm not going to give you a DM inspiration because I've been giving them out like candy, so I'm going to slow down on giving those out. But good job. Proud of
Like, I
you.
already have them.
Yeah. Thanks for taking good notes. I appreciate you. All
I like
right.
candy.
Adventures. After Stylen came and kind of briefly annoyed you guys with his presence, you guys remember he almost seemed to disappear without a trace.
Mm.
So I believe that's where we left off. Korath was going to look for a bath, or has already bathed, and I think Taldoa is busy playing with mud.
Clay, not mud. Alright? There is a distinct difference that I forgot, but you know it's different.
It's distinct difference. Mud.
The color.
Yeah, the color.
The consistency.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what is everybody doing now?
Mm.
Mm,
Don't all speak at once.
I'm assuming Korath is coming back from his bath, so.
All right.
Daya doesn't need no bath.
All right. What are you doing then, Daya?
Daya is he's gonna keep fiddling with the box.
Okay. While you're doing that, Skitter is on your shoulder, kind of giving you little friendly chirps every once in a while when you kind of look at over at him, and then he'll look back at your box and he'll kind of chirp at you and just kind of watch what you're doing. Very interested, very curious.
Okay.
Sue, what is it that you are doing?
I would say he is still picking different, like, I don't even know what word it would be used.
Foraging.
Yeah, foraging.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I couldn't think of the word.
Roll me a. Give me a survival check, would you?
Alright, give me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
The page has to open. There we go, finally.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So as you are foraging for herbs in the area, that you already recognize, I'm not going to make you roll nature because you are a druid and you kind of already have, you know what you're kind of looking for. I'm going to say you find some herbs that help with, they're like antitoxins, antivenoms. So antivenom / antitoxin herbs.
Yeah.
Shit.
And you know that these herbs can be mashed and mixed with tree sap and charcoal to make a salve to put on wounds to help draw out toxins.
Well, that's awesome, actually.
You're also proficient in medicine, no?
I am, yeah.
Yep. So yeah. Yeah, roll it. Taldoa, I'm gonna pick on you today. Because you're being
Oh joy.
my quiet little tin man in the corner. So, what are you doing? What, how you sitting? How you holding up? What's the grand...
You see, I got this clay here, alright? And as we've been describing, I've been making a mask, okay?
Right.
And then whenever I'm done with that mask, I'll put it in a bag and not use it.
Ah, hell yeah. But, that mask needs to dry out. You need to cook
You're right, it does.
Yep. So, give me a performance check.
Let me see. 14.
Yeah, okay. You reach into your mind and you try to remember the facial features of fellow humanoids around you, and you do sculpt a pretty convincing and nice mask. The way that you want to. It's a little bit wonky. The mouth and the eyes were really hard to get kind of even or like the shape perfectly. So it's a little lopsided or a little uneven, but it looks good. You can't really tell unless you get close. Let me see. Who else am I gonna pick on? Oh yeah, Foamy. What are you doing? What are you up to, buddy?
Foamy's gonna have fun and spook people with her new boots.
Who's your target?
I want to do the bugbear because Foamy seen him and just like, but she's gonna do it after he is done taking a bath because she does not want to be pervert. No.
You pervert. All right. Well, Cora, I assume your bath wasn't super long.
No, not really.
So return to camp. And Foamy, how is it that you are... What is your tactic? What are we doing? Are we waiting in the bushes? Are we gonna drop out of a tree on him? Like, what are we doing? What's the plan?
Tree.
All right.
You gonna roll for that?
What are the stealth or athletics? Or acrobatics?
You're already in the tree hiding, waiting for him to pass.
Alright.
So, I want you to give me both. You're gonna give me a stealth check, and you're gonna give me a athletics check.
Athletics.
That worked? It worked.
So you do manage to stifle a mischievous little goblin giggle. And you wait until Korgath is in sight. He's walking. More like he's kind of... What word do we want to use for his, like, stride? He kind of, like...
Lumbering?
Yeah, he lumbers. So, give me a perception check. Korath.
Yeah. Okay. Ah. Depressing.
Yeah, go ahead. Foamy, please explain your next actions.
So she will wait until Korath is almost under the tree before jumping out and latching behind his back with a boo with a kid tendency.
Okay.
Roll for intimidation.
Initiative? No. Roll initiative.
No.
Alright.
Give
Ah!
me... Oh, there you go.
What in the hell? Why are you hiding in a tree?
Because I can.
God damn. Give me a heart attack.
That wasn't intended, but I mean, I could see that.
Foamy, you notice, as you kind of look Korath? As you look Korath up and down, you notice that his fur is a little more poofy than usual. And you kind of think that maybe he's like scared like a cat. Like, you know how cats get poofy when they're scared? Or it could be because he's freshly bathed. But you're gonna assume that he's poofed up like a cat.
I gotcha, didn't ya?
Oh.
Oh.
I think Grizzly's muted. He's talking, but I can't hear him. Oh, hold on. He's struggling. Try the button.
Right.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Like, decided I didn't need to talk anymore.
No
Alright, cool.
idea.
Yeah. Jeez, why'd you mute yourself?
Yeah, right. Weirdo.
Yeah, let's see how it is.
I forgot. What did you just say? It got you, didn't you?
Yeah.
I would say so. Good thing I left most of my gear at the camp. Could have reacted badly.
More fun.
Well, I'm headed back to camp. Since you're there, you want to hitch a ride?
Sure.
Or else is just gonna
That's-
lumber back to camp. Goblin
Okay.
stuck to him.
I'm gonna
How are
really.
you
Going
holding
like a
Foamy?
I'm not holding Foamy. Foamy's holding on.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha. So yeah. All right. You guys get back to
Okay.
camp. Daya is currently looking at his box with Skitter
He's gonna
sitting on
put-
his shoulder, making little.
He's gonna like put his dagger into the box and take it out, and then put it back in and see if it reacts.
Yeah, it does nothing.
He scratches his head.
Skitter does the exact same thing, mimicking your movements.
I don't think he would notice. He's like, nah. He's gonna like take the box and like. I don't know where he would put it. How big is the box?
I'm gonna say it's like the size of a basketball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's just gonna put it by his waist.
All right, cool. You wanna know something funny?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Skitter has higher intelligence than Daya.
Probably.
Hilarious.
I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure of it. Let me see his stats. Hold on. I have a stat block. Yeah, Skitter has a 10 in intelligence and a 14 in
Yeah, he's smarter. Yeah, he's smarter in every aspect than Daya. That's crazy.
When your cat is smarter than you.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? You guys want to interact with each other? Maybe go talk to your new party member.
Horath's gonna look into the bag of holding that he has and see what Daya put in there.
Oh yeah, I just shoveled stuff in there.
Yeah.
All right.
He's been dreading what's in there, but he's gonna look now.
Let me pull up my table here.
Daya's gonna see you looking in it, and I think he would remember shoveling stuff in there. So he's also going to go see.
So are you just standing, like, kind of in the middle of camp, rummaging through your bag of holding?
No, I'm probably off to the side. No, I don't know, finding a
Oh.
log or a stone or something.
Okay.
And he's just gonna kind of like start.
Okay, yeah, Daya's just gonna go right over top of you, like loom while you're sitting. Like, see what's in the bag.
Daya just shoveled everything, right? Everything that was, like, pretty much in that tent. Just
Yeah. Yeah, he just started, like, arms, like, he took both his arms and just started shoveling it. No, one of his arms and started shoveling into the bag.
Oh my
He was carrying
lord.
Korath with the other arm.
Oh my lord. Alright. Give me a D100 roll.
Okay, give me a second. 73.
What'd you get?
73.
You found a ring of jumping in your bag. Requires attunement.
Oh.
It is a silver ring with a carving of a jackalope on it.
Okay.
Give me another D100.
Wait, so does that box, am I attuned to that box?
71.
No, you're not. Does not
Okay.
require attunement. 71. You have a small clay jar full of dead glowing once were glowing larvae.
He'll like hold it up to Daya. Here, you may want to snack on these.
All right. He's gonna like take one out and like he's gonna taste test it. If it tastes, what does it taste like? He's gonna like take a bite of it.
It tastes like it's kind of like a mushroomy taste with a hint of like nuttiness.
Okay.
Except
He's gonna continue eating it.
the flavor's a little stale because it is a dead creature. And Skitter is on your shoulder, kind of going like he's doing like grabby arms.
He's gonna give one to Skitters.
Oh yeah,
he's
Skitter
gonna give one to Skitters.
Yeah, and Skitter accepts. He is 100% happy with the worm. I will not.
Yo, Fuzzy Ball.
These rotted because they have not rotted because there's no air in the bag of holding.
Oh, okay. Yo, Fuzzball. You should try. You should try one of these. They're actually pretty good. And he's gonna like hold the larvae in front of like his face.
Are you referring to me? Oh, you're referring to me as Fuzzball. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? I've eaten worse. He'll pop one in his mouth and just try not to fuss about the texture.
The texture is the hardest thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of got the consistency. It's got the consistency of the outer part of a marshmallow, but the inside is like chewing on chewy slime. And when you open your mouth, it sticks between your teeth. And you can feel it sticking in like between your gum and your lips, and it's real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the flavor, which you would assume would have been good the way Dai is eating it. You see, the thing about dumb people is they don't have a lot of awareness. And what he looks like he's chomping down and really enjoying is actually really gross to you. It kind of has like a mulch taste, like that smell of like grass that's been piled up but rotting in the sun for a little bit.
He's just gonna power it back. He's just gonna
give me a Constitution saving throw.
This is I can't imagine having more than one of those.
Foamy is still watching that.
You just hear Daya.
14.
Yeah, you're able to power it back, and you swallow it down. But it's real bad.
Yeah, I told you it tastes pretty good, doesn't it?
You feel it roll back up into your throat for a second, but you're able to swallow it back down fully.
Honestly, to each their own. If you enjoy that sort of stuff, more power to you. I don't think that one was for me.
Oh, for me it tastes awesome. Okay. He's gonna like take another one.
Might I remind you that also Daya does not look completely human.
That's lovely. He's gonna start rummaging through what else is thrown in there.
Give me another D100. What'd you get?
68.
68.
Foamy's gonna steal the next item.
You pull out a small vial of glowing green goop.
Okay, because of my alchemy proficiency, am I able to tell what it is, or like does it look familiar or anything?
Give me a medicine roll.
Yeah.
Or perhaps someone in your camp would know better.
He's gonna see what he knows, but yeah.
You have no idea what this is.
I have no idea what that is.
Ooh, a drink! And Dai's gonna hold out his hand.
I'm confident that you could probably survive whatever this is, whether it be bad or good. but I think we should figure out what it is before you drink it, because if it's something that helps us, we don't want to waste it now, do we?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What did you say?
Why am I not surprised?
He said ethical monologue.
Too long, didn't read.
Over to the new guy. Hey, new guy, why don't you come on over here? See if you can tell what this is.
All right, I guess I'll be on my way. What do you need from me?
I'm usually proficient with this sort of stuff, but it escapes me what this is. You want to take a look at it? No, hand it up to him.
Sue, would you give me a medicine check?
As soon as I find out where that is. There we go.
Damn.
Damn indeed.
Yeah, so you pull the cork off of the vial and you hold it up to your nose and you give it a little sniff. You tilt it forward just a bit so it can just barely touch your tongue, and you kind of take a moment to assess whatever is inside of it. You can taste a couple of various herbs with a hint of some sort of earthy tone, which you assume is probably mushroom. You don't die immediately. In fact, you feel a lot better. You're able to deduce that with the herbs that you can smell and sense and taste in this, it's a healing potion of sorts. Not a very strong one. It's been brewed by an amateur.
Well, this would be an amateur healing potion. That's about it.
Well, that could come in handy, I guess.
It can. It was brewed by someone that doesn't really know what they're doing, but I mean, if you're in a pickle, it'll help.
Well, that's fair.
I bet I could brew something better than that. He looks off to the side.
I mean, it's kind of hard, but I mean, if you want to try it, go ahead. I ain't stopping you.
I'm sure you could. Tell you
Thank
what,
you,
I'll let
thank
you
you.
try when we get back.
All right.
Do you put it back in your bag?
What's Foamy doing with them? Is she grabby hands or?
She's doing the grabby hands on the bag. She wants to pull out the next item.
Dia's immediately gonna assume that you wanna grub, so he's gonna hand you one.
Oh god.
God.
Here you go. Here you go,
No,
Palmer.
Thanks.
I don't even know. These are good. They're so good. He's gonna see if Skitters is finished his, and if Skitters is not done, if Skitters is done, he's gonna give him another.
Skitter already has one in his fangs, but he reaches out for another one.
Okay, he gives him another one. You see, even Skitter, my boy here, he loves it too. Yeah. So.
He'll put it back in his bag, and then he'll kind of lift the bag, because I'm assuming Foamy's still sitting on his shoulders.
Get ready to write something down.
Oh shit. Okay.
Grizz or Grizzly.
Say it.
He's a O.
Well, I lost my pencil, so Grizz has to write it down. Where did it go?
Alright, go for it.
A very minor healing potion. It does a 1d4 heals.
Still works.
Wow.
Very minor. Just a baby healing potion. That's why it's called very minor.
It's very doo-doo caca, but hey, it'll help.
I wouldn't imagine it would taste good either.
No, probably not. Well, I don't know. Sue tried it and he didn't immediately vomit, so it must not be that bad, right?
Yeah. Well, Dia's eating grubs, so.
Yeah. What does Dia know?
What does Dia know?
Dia doesn't have a real refined taste palate.
No, I mean he ate a spider technically.
Yeah. I'm sure he's eaten a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Nom nom.
Well, I'm assuming Foamy's still sitting on Porth's back or whatever, clung to it like a orangutan. He's gonna
baby
see
possums
the
right on their mom. That's all I'm
Yeah.
imagining in my brain.
Exactly. Exactly like that.
Or I was gonna see the grabby hands over his shoulder and hold up the bag.
Foamy's just gonna shove her hand in there and just grab whatever
Foamy.
she feels like grabbing.
Foamy, roll me a D100.
That is a 27.
As you are sticking your little green goblin hand into that bag, something warm touches your fingers, and you grab hold of it. It's soft, and as you pull it out, it's reminiscent of like a child's blanket in texture. As you hold it out a little more, shake it out, you see that it's in fact a tattered cloak, and it's very warm to the touch. Not like hot, but like it's warm. It's comforting.
Ooh, keeping this one.
It is a cloak of resist cold. It resists cold damage. It has a resistance to cold damage when you're wearing it. You will have to attune to it.
Alrighty. That will be doing that.
Then you will have 2 items you are attuned to.
Aya's gonna put his grub in his box. Does it like react?
No.
Okay, perfect. Because I thought since there's lava in there, it's gonna start biting the glass jar. And he's like, okay.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Or I was gonna look into the bag. Damn, Dad, how much stuff did you shove in here?
There's no more.
I don't know, but if there's any more food, let me try. And he's gonna stick his hand in there. I want to find more food.
Roll me a D100. Taldo, what do you
Okay.
think about this? The shenanigan that's going on right now.
I'm just watching in pure amazement.
That's weird.
36.
36. You find a pair of mismatched boots.
Ooh, yeah! That's what these bad boys on. Do they even fit me?
No. One of them is comically way too big for your foot, and the other is comically way too small. Like dragonborn and
What
goblin
material?
sized. The boots, they're leather.
I might be able to make something out of those. Reuse the leather.
Alright, here you are. He's gonna hand them to you. When can I find a pair of boots that can fit me?
His actual story arc. The quest for boots.
Quest for boots.
Barth will rummage around some more, see if there's anything else that is.
Roll me
left
another
in there.
D100.
32.
Give me just 1 second. I think I have another. Oh, maybe not. I thought I did, but maybe yes. Maybe not. Okay, it's fine. All right, 32.
32.
You find a broken spyglass, but when you look around at it, you notice that some of the parts may be salvageable.
All right.
That actually kind of goes with what we were talking about earlier, so it's interesting.
I'll set that to the side and see what else we got in here.
So, everybody has seen me. Well, everybody except for your new character and Taldoa have reached their hand into your bag. You're not always the nicest guy, but you're not a bad guy. Maybe you should share some loot. He's like, nope, no.
Alright. What did you say your name was again?
My name is...
Yeah, it'll look towards you.
Sorry. My name is Sue. Why you ask?
Sue. Well, stick your hand in this bag and see what you can pull out.
Well, that's an odd question.
Please place your hand in
Or-
my sack.
I guess I will. All right.
Roll me a D100.
Ooh, if it's grubs, then let me have it.
Where there it is.
What'd you get?
Ooh.
88.
You pull out a black raven's feather. And as soon as you put it in your hand, you can feel magic coming off of it.
You shove a bird in my bag?
You know, maybe one or two.
Damn it. It's gonna be a mess in there.
I remember accidentally breaking a pot in there too. My bad.
But wouldn't the birds be dead?
That's why it's gonna be a mess in there. Well, not the most exciting thing to pull out, but you know.
On the contrary, I actually love this thing.
So,
Huh?
Sue, as you kind of play with the feather, you hold it above one hand and you drop it, and you watch the feather fall onto your hand. This feather falling is very, very hypnotic. It's fun to watch. And somehow you feel at ease. Like if you were ever in a situation where you were also falling, hopefully you could be like this feather.
That was a nice pun.
Alright. Gorath?
Caldo, I see you standing there staring. Get your ass over here. Come take a gander at this bag. See what you can pull out.
Well, who am I to refuse such a gift? He's gonna hand over right over there.
Mm-hmm.
You might get one of those dead birds. Who knows?
Please roll me a D100. Dead bird.
65.
Dead bird.
Oh, wow. As you reach your hand into the bag, you pull out a ring. This ring has a shield emblem on it with a cross on the front. It sparkles across the shield with almost like a magical gleam.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very curious question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the shield red and the cross white?
No, it's not.
Dang. Okay, never mind.
I would say the cross is probably yellow, and the shield itself is silver.
Okay.
How about that? You pulled out a ring.
I suppose I did. But I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, Di shoveled the stuff in it. I don't know what else is in here, but I'm concerned.
Well,
I
no
wouldn't be
doubt
that concerned.
your choices in gathering is well appreciated.
That gives you a smile.
You
Yeah.
kind of peek into the bag, Korath, and the rest of the stuff inside kind of looks like junk.
Kind of junk.
Bits
Metals?
of cloth. No, not a lot of metal. Bits of hide, a skull, some feathers, a rock.
What type of skull?
Probably we're gonna say it's probably a human skull.
Okay. To be or not to be? That is the question, just nobler in mind.
Let me know if you attune to that ring, Caldoa. Or if you dare put it on.
Taldo, it just looks like a really nice ring.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna try to put it on.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Let me know if you inspect it more or check it out a little bit later.
Later on, I'll probably get someone's help with looking at it, determine its value.
We're gonna. Okay, that's fair. All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
Well, I reckon we start going. Them rats not gonna clean themselves.
Korath, you got the name of your new party member, but did you introduce yourself and everyone
No.
else?
No.
Are you going to do that?
No.
Okay.
Korath would just kind of.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's
I was
more
just making
interested
sure I
in
wasn't
the
cutting you off
magnifying
somewhere in
glass.
there. Oh, good.
Mm-mm.
Daya, I think Daya knows Sue. They had a little exchange.
All right. Anybody got any last words before we start traveling?
Korath's gonna inspect the ring
The
that he
ring.
pulled out.
The jumping ring.
Jumping.
Oh yeah.
That's in attunement, I'm assuming, right?
Maybe. Are you gonna put it on?
Yeah, he's gonna try to shove it on his sausage fingers.
As you slide it onto your finger, it only goes down to the top of your knuckle on your pinky. And immediately, out of the top of your head, sprout 2 little pronghorn antlers. And try as you might, when you're trying to take off this ring, it won't come off.
Did I just sprout pronghorn antlers out of my top of my head?
I'm pretty sure you've always had those.
You know,
I think.
most of the time I would agree with you, but something tells me I did not have these before I went into that cave.
Daya's gonna touch them. No, they look like they've been here for a while from what I've seen. It's not like I grew them overnight or anything.
That's just what I need.
I mean, you can ram people now.
Oh yeah, just what I need. A bugbear with horns. He's totally not get enough flack for being a bugbear, but no, now I got horns.
On the other hand, you feel a lot more springier in your step than you were. You get a plus 10 to your jump movement speed.
Okay.
But you're now cursed with the curse of the jackalope.
Great.
Can we cut his finger off?
I mean, you could.
Glad that was the consensus. Just cut it off. Oh, good.
It'll regrow.
I mean,
the horns don't look dumb on you. They look pretty good. You ask me.
Right. Well, I'll have to deal with that at a later date.
I can
He's gonna slowly slide off of Korath's back.
I can
Finally.
gnaw at them if you want me to.
We'll save that for a later day as well.
Alright.
Skitter will climb, he'll kind of jump over and land on your shoulder. and climb up the side of your face, up to the top of your head, Korath. And he starts spinning a web between your horns. A small web,
Damn it.
but he's spinning a web.
Look at that.
Aw.
Gave Skitters a new home.
Great. I got a web on my head. You know, I just got rid of all those webs earlier, and now I got more.
Well, would you prefer being webbed or poisoned on the ground?
I'm starting to think poison was the better choice.
I mean, I can fix that for you if you really are so inclined.
Skitter walks down to the side of your face, and he gets like he kind of hovers with his top half over like your eyeball, and you see his little fangs kind of dancing over your eyeball. And he says,
Oh.
"Free!"
Ah, yeah. Hi, Skitter. And he'll kind of like put his bag away and kind of stand up, start getting ready to go.
Now that he understands you weren't serious, he does crawl back. He sits on your head for a little bit, but when Daya gets in range, he jumps back over to Daya rather gracefully. Jumping spiders. All right. You have a very nice glistening spider web between your horns now.
Stick.
Perfect for catching bugs.
Hmm.
Cool. All right. With that, you guys begin to pack up your camp. I don't think anyone really has a tent yet. I don't think anyone has a tent. But you guys had some bedrolls, and you snuff out the remaining of your fire. And you make sure your drakes are ready to go. How are you guys riding? Who's on what? I believe you guys have 4 drakes. 5 riders.
Yeah, 4 drakes.
One of the drakes can hold 2 people easily.
Korath's drakes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dad's gonna make an intelligence check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I guess I can ride on the back of what was the big one's name again?
Zalamos.
Zalamos. Zalamos. I think I can ride on the back of Zalamos.
Are you gonna leave lightning to Sue over there?
We're pretty much buddies. He's gonna like slap his arm around you. He's like, we're pretty much buddies. You know, God, I don't mind riding with you.
I'm sure. Well, if that's the case, let's get going then.
Sue, as you walk over to the mount that you have been designated to take for now, Black Lightning, as he's named, he's a little mischievous, and you can see the glimmer in his eye. He really, really wants to disobey you, but every time he goes to act up, you see his eyeballs switch over to Daya, and he ends up calming down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab some food real quick. I am here. I'm just gonna grab some food and throw it on the plate.
Actually, we're gonna take a 15-minute break. I need to feed the dogs super quick. So.
Oh, that works out great.
Yep. 15-minute break, everyone.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to get this thing done. Whew. Tattered cloak. Boom, dun, 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 dun.
Ninja, how's Charlie?
How's what?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Yeah, he's doing better, I guess.
Yeah.
He's still limping and whatnot, but you can see his old age coming in, which is sad. Cause his knee.
Age. I'm really sitting there now.
Mhm.
Roughly.
Eh?
I said, what's his age roughly?
He's about 8 years.
Mm.
So he's seeing the he's seeing
Yeah.
his days. He's seeing his days. He's an old man now.
Is doesn't have that, Moose body slamming him.
Yeah, literally. They're doing it. He's doing it right now.
Oh, you can hear it. It's like, oh my god.
Moose, don't kill Charlie. See, we try keeping them separate more recently, so
Mhm.
that Moose doesn't hurt him.
Yeah.
But then Moose gets upset that he can't play with his best friend anymore,
That's her.
or more like play fight.
Yeah. Play body slam.
Yeah,
WWE.
WWE style. I think gotta get this right here. Wow, it's quiet.
Mhm.
I guess that's okay though.
Everyone left.
Yeah.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, welcome back.
I've been here the entire time.
Oh, you're just
Oh,
ignoring us. Got it.
No, I'm just focused on doing this thing real quick.
yeah.
I can show you what I'm doing real quick. If you guys care to look at that for a minute.
I'll have to switch devices if I want to watch.
Right.
Since I'm on PlayStation.
Yeah, don't do it if you can't. It's all right. You stay where you feel comfortable. I'll still turn it on until everything
Mhm.
comes back at least.
Okay. Can you describe what you're doing to me? Because like, if I can't see, I'd still like to hear.
Pal World.
Oh, okay.
Been playing Pal World in the background.
Okay. Oh shoot. I'm just doing some. Whenever we have a break, I usually just load onto my game to quickly get as much money as I can,
Right.
and then I log off.
This is the first time I've been able to play in a very long time, so I said might as well do it in the background.
Hi.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm not playing during
Yeah.
the session. Like I just pause it and I just stand AFK.
Yeah, just let everything run.
Boy.
All right. Yeah, I'm here.
I got broccoli.
You got broccoli.
Broccoli.
Proud of you.
It's like raw broccoli. You just take a bite out of it.
No, it's steamed. I'm getting the worst out of it.
Oh.
I got chicken and rice sitting on the thing too.
Oh.
Just trying to get the
Okay.
worst out of it first.
Mhm.
Power through the broccoli. I do not like broccoli. I
Ah,
like broccoli, but I don't like broccoli. It's a hit or miss sometimes. I like it raw
I like-
a lot.
I like broccoli with cheese whiz.
Mm.
Broccoli, but make it unhealthy.
Yeah, right.
If it helps you eat it, it is in fact a healthy choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Defeats the purpose of broccoli. Adding a shit ton of cheese.
No, actually, one of the healthiest choices you can make when you're on a diet or trying to eat foods that you don't enjoy is actually eating it with something that you do enjoy, so that you're not so you're basically tricking your brain into going, "Oh, yeah, I can eat this." And your body gets what it needs. That's what I
Mhm.
have to do. I absolutely hate water. I hate drinking water. So I got flavor packets to
Mhm.
put in the water,
Yep.
and now I drink water.
I hear that. I have Crystal Light for mine because I also am not a fan of just plain water. Ooh. Oh,
Mhm.
roll it.
It's hard to gulp
Same.
down, but like when I was doing sports, that's when I really fell in love with water because for some reason it tasted like heaven. It's like you
Your
ran all this
body
time. It's
needed it.
like you're conditioning, you're running, and it's like finally a water break. Just like take just, it's one of those like Gatorade bottles and you just spray it down your throat.
Oh yeah.
It's one of I've never been more of a fan of water than those times. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's me in like the like bubbly or aha.
Mm,
Like when I'm like
yeah.
really like dehydrated and I'm like exhausted, I'll fucking crack like 2 of those things and just power them back. It's just like, oh. Apart from that, it's like, yeah, I really want one of.
I feel like I've seen this new map, Wolfie. I don't know where though.
I don't know. I just found a generic, a generic city.
It looks so good though. It
Image.
looks great.
I was like, ta-da! I'm not making
It
my
kind of
own
looks
town
like
map.
it kind of looks like Red Dead.
Probably. I think it
It's
actually
lovely
might
though.
be strawberry. Actually, now that you say something, I think it's strawberry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Here, let me give it a look real quick.
I'm like, I think this is from somewhere.
So we will start playing.
Yeah, that is strawberry.
I thought so. The dogs are out right
No.
now, but I'm not going to keep them out for too long because it is raining. But I just fed them, and if we let them out and then feed the big ones, right, and then we bring the little ones in or the younger ones in and then feed them, and like the big ones go out. But like while the big ones are eating and the little ones are out, I say little, but they're fully grown. They're just puppies. While the puppies are out, they just kind of sit on the porch and wait. So I put them out after they finish eating so they can like run around and digest their food and stuff. Anyway, so the short long of it, dogs out. Give me a minute. We're gonna still play, but it's gonna be just like a short. Like we're gonna get into this, and then I'm gonna get up and go with the dogs in. So.
Okay.
I think that's actually not strawberry. I think that's Valentine. I am so sorry.
You think it's Valentine? I mean, it might be. I thought Valentine was that city like in the middle, and there wasn't like a lot of rocks. That's why I don't think it's Valentine.
Didn't Strawberry have like a river in between it?
Yeah, strawberry had a river, but the thing is, on that photo that you're showing me, it has to be Valentine.
Maybe. Ah, well, whatever.
I'll give it another look here in a second.
Whatever city or whatever town it is. We are good to go. So everyone get your listening ears on.
Yeah, that's Valentine, because the sheriff's office is at the end.
Excellent.
I've played Red Dead. I never played it by myself. I only ever played it with friends.
I have way too many hours in that game.
I really only ever played it with Wolfie and Chris and Little Jugger.
Well, either way, it's there for visual
There's
representation.
a visual. It's not the actual thing.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna make you guys a city map or a town map of every single town. I refuse. I'm creative. But I'm
Yeah.
not that creative. All right.
That's
That'll work.
excessive.
All right. As cowboys, your main thing is like towns usually have a bank, a general store, a gunsmith, a saloon / tavern, an inn usually that goes with the saloon or tavern. Usually, sometimes they're separate. There's usually a small jail, a stables, and probably an apothecary, and usually a mayor's house, or at least like a center building. I don't think I missed anything. If I did, it's okay. We'll get later. There's also like miscellaneous houses and maybe miscellaneous businesses too. Sometimes there's like market squares and stuff. It just kind of depends on what they do. All right. As you guys enter the town of Haren, 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 you notice right off the hop that this town stinks. A very ammonia. You smell ammonia. It's like the smell of pee chemicals. It fills your nostrils first before you even get to the town. You could smell it. This place stinks. As you guys ride in slowly, disheveled townspeople hide away in the shadows. Some don't. Some will not really greet you, but they look at you with disdain. They're unhappy. They look filthy. Around your Drake's feet, as you're riding into town, you notice almost right off the bat that there are rats everywhere, skittering around in the streets, on top of the buildings, fighting over little bits of food and scrap here and there. They almost seem fearless of whatever's around them.
I've never seen so much rats in my life.
It can't just be that. You guys have to speak up
He
too.
looks decorous.
I suppose the best place to start looking for answers is one of the nearby stores, if not that tavern.
Yeah.
Someone wants to go talk to the sheriff.
I guess I can go talk to the sheriff while you guys figure out where this ammonia is coming from. I'd rather be indoors than outdoors.
Taldo will start heading to a general store.
Yeah, okay. There's a sign in the front of the general store that says closed due to infestation.
General store has a window, right?
Yep.
Out of just pure curiosity, does he happen to see, if he looks through the window, does he happen to see like any rats running around in the general store?
Absolutely. It's infested. And they're all over everything. They're on the tops of the shelves where the jars of candy and goodies would have been. You see broken glass on the counters. They've knocked things off and broke them, chewed them. Various parts of the shelving, and along with like any decorative wood is like you see gnaw marks where it's been chewed and scratched. Rat feces covers the top of the counters.
And whenever we enter town, do we hear like any sort of movement other than the rats, or is rats the only thing we hear?
Well, what is it you're trying to listen to?
See if you hear like any sort of people moving around.
So when you came in, you noticed that there were. I'll give it to you, because I wasn't super descriptive of them. You kind of play it back in your mind when you were coming into town riding on the back of your drake. The people that would shrink around in the shadows looked very disheveled. Their hair was matted and disgusting. They looked like they had some sort of blemish on their skin in various like spots. Their eyes were a little milky and they seemed almost frantic as they shrugged away. Although you hadn't heard anything they were saying, they were definitely talking, or at least chattering or whispering.
Taldo's gonna make one, or actually, first, does Taldo see where the others are going?
Yeah, you can see them. You can see the drakes. It's really hard to miss the blue drakes. Blue drakes aren't really they're not a common mount in this area. You can watch them go around the corner.
If someone's going to like the sheriff's office and this tavern, then Taldo will go try to find those people again.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really sure where they're going yet, but you're welcome to go and search for the people who shrunk into the shadows, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put a pin in that just for a second, okay?
Alright.
The rest of my party, what is it you guys are looking for?
Daya's going to the tavern.
All right.
Borath is disgusted, first and foremost.
He
Yeah,
went to the sheriff's.
Borath's probably gonna go to the store, to be honest.
Daya, you jump off. Well, you slide off of the back of
Mm-hmm.
Zalmos, and immediately your bare feet squelch into this shithole of a town. Your feet are caked in horse caca, rat caca, mud, and sniffing what you assume to be pee.
Daya doesn't seem like grossed out, but it's like a minor inconvenience.
I don't remember. Does Daya know how to read?
Daya doesn't know how to read. No. He sees. I think he'll probably know what a tavern looks like based off of like memory.
I'd
Yeah,
say
it's probably.
yes, except specifically this tavern is a little different.
Then he'll probably like look for the most tavern-like thing and start going.
Okay, I'll give it to you. As you are wandering, trying to figure out, you're trying really hard. You're trying to remember what the letters look like on the word tavern.
I can make an intelligence check for you if you
I was
want.
about to say, give me an intelligence check.
He's like, B.
I know there's a V in there.
There's a V in there.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, this one looks like a tavern. Might as well.
Oh, can I roll a perception?
Yeah, go for it. Mind you, Daya is standing kind of in the middle of the town, looking around in the different directions. 17. What are we perceiving?
Daya's cluelessness.
Yeah. You were a little
he's gonna
concerned.
kinda like...
I'd assume a little bit of a concerned father moment where you felt Daya kind of slide off, and you thought about it for a second, and remember that he might not be the brightest. Sorry, Daya, no slide at you, my dear. And you get a little concerned, and you do turn around to look at him, and you see Daya, who's in the middle of the street, ankle deep in mud, and he's kind of, he's got his hands on his hips, and he's kind of like looking up at the signs, And he looks like a child that's been lost at like the fair, looking for his parents.
That. What are you doing?
Reading.
What are you looking for?
I don't even know anymore. I'm looking for like a bar. Yeah.
Well, that one says tavern. So that's what you're looking for then.
I thought tavern had an X in it.
Well, not this one. So head to there, and I'll be there shortly.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna like turn from where he was originally going and going to the tavern.
I'm dying. I'm dying on air. All right. Excuse me. Yeah. So Korath, you saw the name, the whole name on the sign. The sign itself was carved rather beautifully, in a mix of cursive and non-cursive. It's called the Wandering Star Tavern. The letters have been inlaid with silver, and little carvings of stars and a moon and a sun hang respectively on each side of the sign.
With such a nice carving, this place is kind of shithole.
Daya, as you finally have figured out where you're going, you march toward the tavern, the saloon.
Okay.
Immediately you notice this building is very different. It's painted with a really beautiful blue color that almost reminds you of like the night sky. It has little decorations of inlaid silver into the wood. And as you get closer to the door, you smell the scent of incense, like a perfumey but not too strong burning wood, like a special burning wood. Rats slink out from the bottom of the swinging doors.
Can you try to grab one?
Doors. Yeah, if you want. Give me a sleight of hand.
Boop.
It immediately bites you. Roll me a 1d6.
That's a lot of damage for a rat.
Oh, it's average.
Does 2 points of damage to you. You're lucky it didn't eat your tendons.
He like.
Its teeth were long and sharp. And give me an intelligence check. Actually, okay. I want you to give me a nature check.
Okay, I'm better at that.
Yes, please give me a nature check. Fuck. Yeah, rat bite, it hurt. Owie.
It rat.
Yeah, it's rat.
I'm gonna butt into you next time, you little fucker.
Yeah, you flung it and it went flying. And it bounced off the ground and got back up and kind of skittered away almost like nothing happened.
Okay, and he walks into the tavern.
The atmosphere in this tavern is mystical. The ceiling is painted with constellations. Or to you, they're shiny stars, silver stars, with lines drawn between them. You don't really recognize the pattern, and it's very different. It's not something that you're really used to seeing, but it's pretty, and it's pretty to look at. Along the walls, paintings of purple and blue are swirled and hung up, reminiscent of the night sky. There are decorations of like moon, stars, the sun, And as you approach the bar, you are greeted by a halfling who has a star-shaped birthmark across the right side of her face.
Mm.
Welcome.
Okay.
What can I get you? This halfling
So-
is busy cleaning glasses on her side of the bar.
This might sound crazy, but some guy on this like magical like stone told us to come and take care of the rats. So what do we do? Like,
Well, you're not the first person who come here asking about the rats, you know. I'm Charlene, by the way.
it's nice to meet you.
Memory check. He's gonna do an intelligence. He probably wasn't listening.
She looks you dead in the eyes. Charlene.
Charlene.
Okay. He got a 17 for intelligence.
For a halfling, she is very intimidating. Her blue eyes pierced right through you, and
Oh,
it caused
those
you,
blue eyes.
It caused you to almost catch your breath for a second. It made you kind of for a second. As she peered into you, you get a good look at her now. She's actually quite gorgeous. She has rolling locks of amber hair, with bright blue eyes, and of course the star-shaped birthmark on the right side of her face. She's a little bit tan in skin, and she's well manicured. So like her nails are clean. She's very clean despite all of the rats everywhere. And you can tell her movements are very graceful. She's very careful about where she sets things, how she picks things up. There's no clinking of her glasses. There's no stumbling as she moves about.
Okay. So does she look like wealthy or like?
I wouldn't say she looks wealthy, but she looks well off.
Okay. Then like yeah. Okay.
He's gonna be like, I'm Daya.
Pleasure.
Do you know where these rats come from?
I wish I did. If we knew where they're coming from, maybe I could put a stop to them. She gives a soft chuckle as she continues cleaning her glasses, moving to clean the other side of her bar. Well, if you wanted more information on these damn vermin, I'd say go and talk to the mayor.
Can you point me in the right direction?
Sure, Shug. It's the bright white building in the center of town with the 2 stories. You can't miss it.
Oh, but he will.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. And when you get thirsty, come by later.
He gives her a nod.
She winks at him.
He doesn't know what that means. He continues to walk,
It's okay.
kind of like
What's
ignoring
wrong?
it.
What's wrong with your eye?
Yeah. He was like, "Why are you twitching your eye at me?"
Cool. So, next up. All right. Sue, you had a destination. Where was it you were heading?
The sheriff's.
Excellent. You head towards the jail with the big wooden sign that hangs that says JAIL in capital letters. Jail. This building, it's pretty worn down, but it's still taken care of. As you approach, you tie Black Lightning up to the hitching post, who snaps kind of at your heels a bit as you're walking away from him, and gives you a low growl, but then goes to watching the rats skittering around his feet. He's more interested in that now. As you approach this jail, you see you can see the rats already just sitting on the windowsill on the outside. They seem unbothered by your presence. My cat is going fucking bananas. I don't know if you guys can hear him skittering around. Got really good. What are you doing? You stop. That's some good sound effects. Anyway, yeah, you see rats immediately. They're sitting on the windowsills, and they're not afraid of you. There's no fear in those rats. In fact, I want you to give me a nature check. Druid.
All right.
I wanted to eat one of those rats.
I don't advise
Yeah,
it.
bold.
Well, you might have your chance.
Ooh.
Something is very unnatural about these rats, Sue. Their little black beady eyes follow you unnaturally. And every once in a while you see them twitch in a very strange way. It's almost like they're having a conversation about you. They're very, very weird. If you walk past them, they watch you as you enter the jail, seeking the sheriff. Yeah?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you walk past them?
Oh,
Ignoring them?
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. I did not. I thought you weren't done.
No, I'm good. Let me see here. Where is he? There. Got him. Sitting back at a old wooden desk in a wooden chair is a rather large, beefy, silver-scaled dragonborn. For those, I don't know if you're familiar. Oh yeah, you've played Baldur's Gate. You probably know what dragonborn is. But
Yeah.
for those who might be new, joining us, a dragonborn is essentially a humanoid dragon. They are rumored to be the ancestors of dragons, and in my campaigns, they have tails, where a lot of old worlds they usually don't. So this is a very beefy, very large silver dragonborn. He has, let me see, hold on. Let me get these details right, because believe it or not, it matters. All right. This dragonborn does not have horns. Instead, he has what looks like a thin mohawk starting from the top of his head going down to about the base of his neck. And it's tall. It stands tall, almost giving him kind of like a Roman helmet kind of look.
Baby. Sorry to interrupt, but you're be right back.
Oh, am I really? Shit. Well, that's fine. Luckily, there's nothing on the screen, thankfully. Alright. Thank you for checking that. He greets you with piercing yellow eyes. He doesn't seem amused, and he doesn't seem curious. He's almost kind of giving you this, why are you in here? Look. Can I help you?
Well, I came in here wanting to know about these rats you got outside.
The rats. What's to know?
Well, I was hoping maybe you knew where they came from or had something a little bit more helpful for me.
He tisks and he swivels his chair to the side, pulling his feet off of the desk, and he sits upright. If I knew where these rats are coming from, don't you think I'd have handled them?
Well, obviously, but maybe you're not able to just by yourself. You know, information and going after something isn't exactly the best option when you're by yourself.
Whole town used to be full of people. Sorry.
And now it's a graveyard.
Give me just 1 second.
So about these rats.
Is struggling. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Let me take this time to go get the dogs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Bow, 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 bow. So, the weather, hey?
Cold.
Yeah,
It's
That's
cold.
all.
dropping over here.
How cold?
I can't feel temperature, so I don't know.
Currently
Huh.
minus 20.
Same here. It's like minus 25. Pretty
We're
chill.
finally warmer again. It's 32.
Okay.
47 are over here.
Mm.
Yeah, it's supposed to drop. We're looking at 27 tonight. 28. Minus 28. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that sounds not fun. Remind me never to go where you are.
Yeah.
I'll send my husband up there. He'll love that, but I think I'll stay here where it's warm.
It's nice and chilly over here when it's like negative 40 out. It's warming up though.
Yeah, it is.
Hi,
It's
I'm
like
your 10.
looks like this
Yeah,
week's gonna be hitting about a minus 30.
I would prefer not catching hypothermia the second I open my front door just to go and check the mail.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's like
fine.
sweater weather right there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you
people
walk out
are
in your
insane.
sweater. It's
I'm
different when you
cold
get used
thinking
to it.
about that.
Like minus 10, you're still in shorts.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people?
And then you like,
Built
if you ever
different.
too much stuff
Yeah,
in the
no
freezer,
shit. I've figured that one out.
you got too much stuff in the freezer, you just shove it in your backyard under the snow and it's all good.
Yep.
I mean, that is a useful feature of where you are.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like your weather needs an update.
Minus 10 shorts, minus 20 sweater, minus 30 you start putting on a little bit more layers. Minus
Minus 40
40.
is when
Oh
you're,
fuck yeah, it's bud cold.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I think
bad,
I'll
so
just
cold.
stay where it's warm, thanks.
Not me
I
either.
don't
I was
really
in a
want
thick
to.
blanket last time I was in Canada in spring.
That's when your lashes freeze onto your eyebrows and you get big clumps of
Yep.
big clumps of ice on your eyelashes.
Excellent. Grizz gets
You,
snow
your
like icicles on his beard.
Yep.
your weather makes me imagine just turning on the faucet to get a cold drink of water and the water just freeze out of the spigot. It's like I'm good. You know what? No, I'm gonna stay where I am, where it's warm.
It's
You
warm
know,
during the
that just
summer.
makes me sleepy. Sleepy.
Yeah.
What, the warmth?
No, in the cold.
Oh yeah, my window's open.
I can't stand the cold.
All right. I think everything's good to go. Let me just check OBS. Yeah, okay, good. All right.
Shush.
So, about them rats. First things first. We have tried to do something about them. No matter how many you kill, they just keep coming back. We don't know where the source is. All we know is that they ain't natural. Something's strange about these damn rats. That's all I know.
When you tried to take care of them, did you take people with you? And if you did, where did you go?
We followed them. We split up into groups. We went everywhere. We looked at the farms. We looked under boards. We tore up houses. They're everywhere, but no base, no base point where they started. There's no beginning and no end to them. And then the plague started. He reaches over and he goes to take a sip of his big old coffee mug, but a fat rat crawls out of it, and he immediately puts it back down and sighs.
Well, that's a waste of good coffee. Damn rats are everywhere, just like you said.
You might as well get used to it if you're gonna hang around.
Unfortunately, I guess you're right. Well, let's hope there's one thing, coffee that doesn't have rats in it, 'cause that's gonna be the only thing keeping me here. Anyway, when you checked around, did you find anything at all that would point to any type of location where they'd be coming from, or just no luck whatsoever?
No, sir.
Well, what's a place you didn't look? One that would have been overlooked.
I don't think there is one.
Well, I guess we better start looking again, shouldn't we?
If I were you, I would maybe go talk to the trapper or the mayor.
You mind pointing me in those directions?
Mayor lives in the big white building in the center of town, and the trapper lives on the outskirts of the town. He's not a very welcoming fellow, but he's got a good heart. By the way, the name's Azrak.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you kindly for the information.
Yep, I'll be here if you need me. He tilts his chair back and he immediately swings his legs and puts his big old booted feet back up on his desk, and he immediately pulls he kind of like adjusts his button-up shirt, and he kind of like snuggles down into like his chair and like rests his chin like kind of on his chest.
He's sleeping. I do have a weird question for him, actually. So, you're a dragonborn, aren't you?
Well, I'm not a kobold, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was just curious, to be completely honest. I ain't seen much of you, but I did have an odd question for you. How attached are you to lost scales?
That depends. Are you gonna trade me a scale for a fingernail?
I could trade you one for a feather that I pluck out of my skin.
I think I'll have to pass.
Alright. Darn. Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind.
You'll be back.
Maybe. I don't know.
He kind of like gives you a gruffy huff, and he obviously is done with you. He has nothing else to say.
I wanted one of the scales too.
All right. Next up, Foamy. What is it that you're doing, buddy?
Once they enter the town and Foamy knows the rats, she's gonna definitely growl at them because she does not like the rats because she experienced the rats at her ship, and she does not like the rats.
Oh no. And like I said before, Foamy knows that rats are a plague. They're awful, and you have to kill them fast, or they start multiplying real quick.
Do I roll a nature or intelligence check to see if Foamy knows if there is such thing as a rat king or queen?
Oh my god.
You can
What
roll.
are they called?
Go ahead.
You know what a rat king actually is?
What?
Yes.
It's a bunch of rats with their tails knotted together. Oh my god. Just reminded me. Ugh. They all move as one mound. Disgusting. Furball.
I would say that even with a nature check, you don't know a lot about animals. Specifically, you don't know a lot about rats. You just know that they are a plague and that you have to kill them quick, or they multiply real fast. And that's pretty much all you know about them.
Okay. because she'll go ahead and ride her Drake
Mhm.
to whatever the fuzzy bear is going.
The fuzzy bear. All right, fuzzy bugbear. Where is it you're heading?
He's gonna head towards the general store, or well, he's gonna look for any different sorts of stores. One maybe either dealing in materials or others
So you did see a
armaments.
forge,
Kind of thing.
but it looks like it went cold a long time ago. There's no steam or smoke coming out of the chimney, and you don't even see embers in the forge itself. In fact, you see rats crawling in and out of it. The general store has a sign on the front of it with boards across the door stopping anyone from going in. The gunsmith, it looks like it's empty. There's an herbalist shop.
Empty of people or empty of everything?
People.
Hmm.
And it looks like the wares have been probably packed away.
Does this forge have an anvil?
Yeah.
What's the definition on that when put in a bag of holding?
You can technically put anything in there as long as you can slip it into your bag. It becomes weightless as soon as it's in the bag of holding.
The real question is if you can actually fit the anvil, the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I've read people putting boulders in the bag of holding. So I don't know how that works because it's like a black hole dimension. I assume it kind of sucks whatever in. So.
Yeah, that's where my brain went. Was I thought you could. I've heard of people putting ridiculously big things in there and just be like, oh.
Because then you can just have an entire house in it, and then whenever you were ready to go camp out, you can be like, house, take the house out. And
I will say
that
within reason things will fit into it.
Okay.
If that makes sense, within reason.
And I mean, you made it yourself, so.
I would say you could probably. How big is an anvil?
Kind
of depends on the size of. Yeah, kind of depends on the size. I'd say this one is I want to say this one's 1.5 feet long by a foot wide.
You can only use an anvil when you're forged too.
You're gonna use a what?
You can only use an anvil when you got a forge.
Because you have to be able to heat the metal and then put the metal on the anvil and then beat the shit out of it and then cool it and then rinse it.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, if it's rules written as D&D, but anvils, you don't need to heat the metal for it.
I mean, if you're so brutishly strong, you can just shape the metal to. I mean, I guess so. I mean, in theory, it could work.
It kind of depends on what you're
real
using,
fucking
right?
high.
Yeah, you have to roll. You have to roll a 30, because not everything
it also
is
kind of depends on what you're making too, though, right? If
and the type of metal. There's a lot of variants. Let's just bypass it for now. I don't want to keep talking about this the whole game. We'll talk about it more later if you want. Put a note somewhere, and we'll have a further discussion.
Well, seeing as the general store is boarded up, he's gonna wander over to the forge.
Yeah. There's a sign that's hanging from the door, which is also has boards across it nailed shut that says closed due to infestation.
Well, this ain't getting anywhere.
As you look around, I assume you kind of peer inside.
Mm-hmm.
As you peer inside the windows of this old shop, so the forge is on the outside, obviously, because you don't want to forge on the inside of a wooden house. It's not really smart, if I'm being honest. So I'll say that you kind of walk up on like the porch of the house first, and you peer into the window and you see old, like an old bucket of like swords, but the metal is tarnished and rusted in certain spots. The leather that was once like delicately woven around the handles is chewed and falling apart, destroyed by the rats. Like the other places, you see swarms of rats all over the place, hopping in and out of barrels, climbing across things. Everything is covered in rat piss and feces, and it stinks. The ones that do see you keep their big, black, beady eyes on you, pausing what they're doing.
I could probably use that metal on those swords, but it's a lot of work to get in there. Maybe come back to it. And he'll kind of from the forge, just look around to see what else is boarded up and what's not, kind of thing.
Are you looking around specifically the blacksmith place, or are you looking like just around the town?
Kind of around the town. He was kind of
from your spot where you're standing, you look and you see. I'm gonna say you see the sheriff's house, or the jail. You can also see the mayor's house with a big sign that says "Mayor" on the front.
Mayor.
You also see a light pink painted building, like powder pink, with various plants hanging down everywhere that are alive, with rats crawling in and out, but they're alive. And a sign that says "Apothecary."
Well, I'm assuming Foamy's following me. You said Foamy was, yeah. Well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be getting into this forge anytime soon, so might as well head to the mayor and see if. Well, let's see if he can point us in the right direction, get rid of these rats.
Taldoa.
Climb back on Zelmos and head over.
Taldoa. You are seeking
out. Hang on.
Oh.
Sorry, can you just give me like 2 quick minutes? I gotta do something real quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Do what you gotta do.
Back onto the topic of the end. No, I'm joking.
I mean, we can talk about it while he goes and does what he needs to do. It's gonna have to be extremely high rolls, because to me, if you're beating on a piece of metal that isn't warmed up, it's not gonna be malleable. It's gonna be really hard to shape correctly.
I was reading a campaign book, and it was like I forget what it's called. I think it was like Saltwater Marsh, and you need some of the rules that you need to make in there are have a difficulty of 30, and that's because some characters become expertise at certain skills, which makes them more valuable to have them like a more, instead of just having all the same character on a team. It kind of like separates it, you know?
Yeah.
So like lockpicking, all the lockpicking in that one was, most of them were you needed like a 30, and it makes sense then why you would need a rogue to do so, right?
Yep.
These tools.
I wonder how you become an expertise at something.
Oh, I found out.
Oh, let me know.
So bards have expertise. And rogues have expertise, and you can take a feat.
Oh.
So.
There's got to be other classes that can get expertise, though, right?
If you have a feat.
Yeah.
So is it like the feat itself is how you get the expertise?
Yeah, there's one that's called expertise, and it gives you one.
Okay.
It gives you one one proficiency, one skill proficiency.
Oh.
It gives you, I think, one saving, or no, it doesn't give you a saving throw proficiency. It gives you one skill, or you can choose like an item like smithing tools.
Gotcha.
And then you get one expertise on any skill that you want.
Now I got another question for you, because
Yeah.
if you don't know, I'll just look it up later. What does expertise do? Does it like double your proficiency, or?
So a big common misconception is expertise doesn't double the whole thing. So let's say you have a 7, it won't equal 14. It only equals to your proficiency bonus. So at our level at the moment, it would be +4 instead of +2.
Okay, yeah. All right,
And
that's
then
cool.
when you reach level 5, it'd be +6 instead of +3.
All right, that makes sense. Thanks for clearing that up. I appreciate it.
I searched up like a couple days ago because I was looking at more feats that I want. I don't know what I want to do with Dai anymore, because at first I was going to take the speedy feat
Mm-hmm.
so that he could run quicker. But then I had this dream of like we were fighting in like a closed area and Dai climbing up a wall and like hanging off the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, hold up, is there something like that? And there is.
Excellent.
And it's called athlete, and it makes a lot of sense for Dai too, because it gives 1 point into dexterity or strength. Which I put into dexterity because my maximum is 20 until magic items.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets the ability to jump longer and higher without doing tons of movement.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a climbing speed equal to his walking speed, meaning he can climb on ceilings as fast as he can walk.
Excellent. That won't be game breaking at all. All right, Tal'Dua. You were seeking out the people who were shrinking away, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it doesn't actually take you long to find people. You go to where you had seen them when you first came in, and you go to an alleyway where you remember seeing them shrink back to. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, does it seem like something I should be aware for someone jumping out of the shadows?
So I won't give you that, but I will allow you to be prepared in case something does decide to jump out and try to attack you.
Okay, wonderful. So,
you cannot be surprised.
Okay, well, first things first, I'm gonna put on the mask.
All right.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find these people.
Now, are you attuned to that mask?
No.
So it is not your casting focus yet. Your spell casting focus.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay. And for roleplay purposes, we'll say that your spells have been kind of janky. I mean, they were kind of janky. And we'll say that that's probably because you haven't found a...
janky as in not hitting?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we'll say that's because you haven't attuned to an item yet to make it your spell casting focus. So, once you do attune to something, it won't count towards a magical item count, just to be clear. I'm using attune
Until then, I'll have to resort to melee.
Yeah, I'll say, for roleplay purposes, until you decide to, how do I say this without making everything really confusing? Until you bond yourself permanently to that mask, until you've decided that this is the thing you're going to focus on when you cast, I'm going to say you have to roll your spells at disadvantage.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Question.
Oh, answer.
What about spells that are invoked whenever there's a reaction?
It won't matter. You can just blast them.
Perfect. All right, wonderful.
A cantrip, though? Like throwing a cantrip? I'm going to say you have to roll it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yep.
In other words, nothing changes.
Nope. Okay. So, as you turn the corner and you head down this darker alleyway, people are huddled over, kind of picking their fingernails, picking their skin, and they're whispering things to each other. Whispering. And I'd say there's probably about 4 or 5 of them in this alleyway, all huddled around and being weird.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself known. Excuse me over there.
None of them react to you.
You said how far am I from?
I'm gonna say from the closest one, you're probably about 5 or 6 feet.
5 or 6 feet and they don't react?
Yeah, they're not reacting to you. They're busy whispering to each other, to themselves.
I'm gonna try and get closer and say, I have a few questions to ask. Any of you able to answer them? They involve this sort of infestation going on.
Questions. Ask. Ask the queen. Ask. Ask the plague. Ask Sister Vermina. Ask. Questions. One just starts laughing maniacally. And
See,
as she turns to look at you, half of her face has been chewed away.
I seem to have missed the joke. I do apologize, but could you point me to this queen that you're talking about?
The queen. There's a man that's next to her. As he snaps his attention towards you, his eyes are milky and his face is covered in what looks to be pus-filled blisters. His lips have been chewed up. They're chapped, and the skin is raw around them. The queen. Yes, the queen. She's all around us. Don't you see? Don't you see the gift she's given us? The queen. All hail the mother.
Sorry, I don't believe I follow. Could you point into a direction?
They go back to whispering to each other incoherently, ignoring you.
I'm gonna grab one on the shoulder, turn them towards me. Now, I'm asking nicely.
As soon as you touch one of them, they immediately turn towards you and latch onto your arm, attempting to sink their teeth into your skin.
Skin?
Your skin.
Skin.
Your metal. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I can imagine how easy it is to hurt a Warforged, but the game is like, oh, don't worry about it. And I'm like, I kind of have to worry about it. It's Warforged. So we're going to say your Warforged is made out of a softer metal.
To be fair, copper is very, very easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
Aluminum.
I'm not gonna roll any modifiers for this. Just narrowly, the woman, I'll say, that you're reaching out towards. She went to sink her teeth into your metal arm, and she bit down hard, but you can hear the crunch as her teeth splinter against your metal. Her mouth begins to bleed, covering your arm in saliva and blood and bits of enamel. She hisses, trying to shrug away from you and crawling back further into the alleyway.
As she does that, I'm gonna reach for the great club I have. I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I asked nicely. I'm gonna
Bonker.
slowly make my way towards her.
Yeah, she's gonna keep shrugging away from you.
What about the others?
They don't really seem to be too concerned.
So, I'm gonna try just one thing. I'm gonna try, because how tall does this woman seem to be?
How tall?
Yeah.
She's like 5'4".
Okay.
Right now, she's about 2.5 feet tall because she's crawling around on her feet and her hands. Almost reminiscent of a rat.
Cool. I'm gonna try just picking her up from like the shirt collar and lifting her up.
From the what?
Like the shirt collar?
Okay. Give me
gonna...
a sleight of hand.
17.
She rolls a 19. I'll give her like a... It doesn't really matter. I'll give her like a +3 on top of that. Because the way she is. Yeah, so you miss. She shrugs.
All right.
She shrugs out of your reach, and she skitters off before you can do anything else. And she kind of like dips around the side of the building, and she's gone when you go to follow her.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the other two then.
Okay.
Now, are they still there or?
Yeah, they're still there. They're still muttering incoherent things and twitching and picking at things.
Perhaps I wasn't being understood. I'll say this one last time. Can you point me into the direction of this queen that you have been speaking of?
The first man, the one with the chapped lips, he doesn't seem to hear you at first, but then he kind of gasps and he looks at you. The queen?
That is indeed what I said.
She's a goddess, an omen. Her plague will cure the land and kill those who are unworthy of her gift. You'll know
A direction would be nice.
You'll know her gift soon enough. She's all around us, but nowhere near us.
Is that a fancy way of saying you don't know?
He kind of turns back, and you see he's drawing something in the mud. It's a symbol. You give me a religion check.
Religion. Where's my? Oh boy. Okay. That's a 0.
That is, yeah. So you don't recognize. You have no idea what he's drawing.
But I do notice it, right?
You do notice he's drawing something. You don't even know it's a symbol. It just looks like unintelligible, like scribbles. It doesn't even really look like anything to you. You're starting to really think this guy is just batshit crazy.
Well,
clearly he's not right in the head.
Clearly. Well then in that case, does my character seem to think that he's fully conscious?
The guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he is conscious. I don't know, give me, do you mean like if he's sane?
Yes.
Give me an intelligence check.
Where's my oh, okay. 18.
Yeah, no, you can deduce that this guy is probably not sane. You've interacted with people, although it's not the nicest way you've interacted with them, Taldoa. You do know that something is really not right with these guys. And also you're gonna also take in consideration the matching boils on everybody's face in this like alleyway, and the way they're moving. There's just something really not right about these people. They don't seem to want to do you harm. They're just not all there.
Well, If that's the case, if you have nothing of worth to me, I bid you farewell. And he's gonna leave the alleyway.
Right.
As soon as he like steps out of the alleyway, he's gonna take off his mask and put it back in his bag.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Daya. What are you doing?
He's going to that mayor's house.
Okay. You already see that Koroth and Foamy are also there, tying up their drakes to the hitching post. It's actually kind of comical watching Koroth tie his lead, or tie Zalmos's lead to the hitching post. When that hitching post looks like it could easily just be ripped out by that massive drake. That drake is so big he kind of just like is sticking into the road.
I honestly wasn't gonna tie him up.
No.
I was gonna let him. Yeah, I figured he wouldn't leave, so it was like I was gonna let him just kind of.
Yeah. And he stands there. He obeys. He stands there. He almost gives a as he watches you kind of walk away from him, and around his feet the rats are running around, and you're watching him kind of like he's nervously looking down, and you can see the sparks starting to like spark around his mouth, and he's moving his feet around, and he's trying to like nervously put his feet down without stepping on anything, or like the rats are really just bothering him.
He won't be here long. Just try not to blast anything.
He huffs. Foamy, are you gonna tie up your drake?
Yes. She'll turn to her drake and be like, "Stomp on them."
Yeah, he's already on it. He's already like he's not so much eating them, but he's definitely having fun stepping on the rats and smashing them into the mud.
Yes.
It's not really hesitating. All right.
Daya walks up to them.
I may have been bitten by a rat.
Oh, damn.
It's okay, because I'm gonna eventually get to eat. What?
Did you get the plague?
Did I get a plate? No.
Can I roll to see? Roll like medicine or I don't know, history, intelligence, something regarding to see if it's infected or anything.
It looks just like a rat bite to you.
Well, let's hope that doesn't get infected.
While they are talking, does anybody else want to make their way towards the mayor's house? Taldoa or Sue?
I'll make my way there.
Okay.
I was making my way towards the trapper.
Okay. You're heading towards the trapper. All right. Taldoa is heading towards the mayor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you also happen to approach the three already standing on the outside of the mayor's house.
Did anyone find anything? Anything that might have been useful?
Can't really say for sure. I found some strange individuals. They seem to be infected of the sorts. Rambled on about some sort of queen, and then talking about gifts. And then one of them even tried to bite me. I'm not sure what exactly they were going on, but the one thing I can be for sure is we probably want to try to avoid being bitten.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming this mayor might have some information for us then.
He is open.
Any information on your end?
Not really. I checked out the general store. Looks like it was boarded up. Been like that for a while. Same with the forge. Forge is pretty dead. I'm hoping the mayor has something for us.
Well, let's head on inside.
For us to look
All right.
around. Where's Sue?
I don't know.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Anyone see which direction?
I believe they were heading towards the sheriff's. Believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Anyone wants to go searching for him?
Well, as much as I would love to go into the mayor's office right now, and you just stating that there's people biting people, I don't know if we should just leave Sue alone.
So who was going to head to the prison cell?
They did kind of get captured by kobolds.
Yep. Suppose I could head that way.
Yeah. If you want to head that way, Die if you want to accompany him, just in case.
Are you gonna be fun by yourself?
Well, you know, I got Zamos here. If anything, I'll come out and he'll do something. And Foamy's
Yeah,
around. And I'll like look around.
Last time I had to carry you on my.
Gonna look around.
To be
Last
fair,
time I had to carry you on my shoulder.
Is your voice
Bit
getting
more.
tired? You can stop that voice if your voice is starting to kill you.
No, I'm stretching.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. I'm like, if
I'm trying to impersonate Dias stretching while.
Okay.
It was kind of it does kind of hurt, but
I was
I'm
concerned.
probably gonna have to go grab water soon.
Alright, you're good. Sorry, go ahead. He's dying. All right,
Oh, excuse
excellent.
me.
Yeah, so. Yeah, and we'll come to him. Ask about bike marks from the mayor or whatever.
5 marks.
Alright.
Alright. Well, trying to get bit any further, will you?
I might eat a rat.
Don't recommend that.
I'm sorry. Any further?
Yeah, and he's gonna show him his finger.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'm going to be keeping an eye out for 2 things now.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
leave
be
it to you,
okay.
Delta. You, yeah, good luck.
I'll be okay. I've been bitten by many before.
It doesn't
And
matter
again.
how many times you get bitten. Only one of them is what counts.
All right.
Anyways, we're going to start heading that way, I suppose.
You guys are heading towards the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Di, how do you feel about that?
They'll have to watch me.
Huh?
That feels about the bitten or being bitten or being
Walking towards the jailhouse.
Yeah, he didn't want to go to the sheriff's house place in the first place. That's why he tried to ignore it.
I thought so. All right. So. Yeah, Taldoa and Daya, you guys walk towards the jail. Korath and Foamy, are you guys just gonna go into the mayor's?
Yep.
All right.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're gonna take
I'm
this
going to-
nice and cautiously now, Foamy. You
Nah,
keep an
Foamy's
eye
just
out.
going straight in.
Oh shit. Just Korath is like talking and then like look around for Foamy's already walking into the door. Ah, damn.
As soon as they open the door, there's a couple rats that like run out from inside of the mayor's like office house. And immediately you walk into the entryway and are greeted by a receptionist-like person sitting behind a desk. She is she's a tiefling, a blue in color tiefling, so like a demon kind of looking creature. She has big curly ram horns, and her black hair is pulled up in a tight, clean bun. She has a pair of glasses on her face that are reminiscent of the bottom of a glass bottle, like they're that thick, and it makes her eyes kind of distorted. Her big yellow eyes are distorted as she looks up at you. She wears very formal attire, and all of her clothes are very tight and clean and neat. She speaks. Can I help you?
Yeah, ma'am. We're here to take care of this rat infestation, and we're hoping to talk to the mayor regarding.
Do you have an appointment?
Now, ma'am, I wouldn't imagine I would have a appointment, seeing as I don't even know who the mayor is.
Well, he's busy. You know that, right? You can see
Aren't we all?
You can see our problem.
And I'm telling you that we're here to help.
You see her huff, and she goes to her books, and she starts pulling out. She pulls out a small book at first, and then she kind of flips through it, and then she pulls out an even bigger book and slams it on top of the smaller one, opening it up. She blows the dust off the pages, and she starts flipping through that one. Let's see. Okay, let me see. We can move that here, move that there. She's writing things and crossing things off in her book, and you watch as she scoots her wooden chair back and she stands up. I'll be right back. And she goes back somewhere behind the reception desk into the back room somewhere and kind of disappears for, I'm going to say, like 10-15 minutes. And you can hear the sound of people chattering. Just like inaudible, but they're chattering. It doesn't really sound heated, but it's you can hear the receptionist. She's kind of annoyed. Like her tone is very rushed and short. And then she comes back out, and her cheeks are flushed purple. The mayor will see you.
Excellent.
This way, please.
Boris will
Escorts you.
go to follow and kind of look for Foamy as well, making sure that Foamy's following too, or...
Yep.
Please don't touch anything.
Right. He look down.
She eyes you with her big old glasses.
Not touch anything. Got it.
She leads you back to a room where a high elf with silver hair is sitting at his desk. His skin is tan, and he has very, very fetching, bright green emerald eyes. And he's very, very handsome. If charisma were looks, he'd be like a 19. Can I help you?
Yeah, we've been sent to help with your rat infestation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you the boys the order sent?
Yeah, well, we are. There's a couple of us, but yeah, we are two of them.
I was gonna say, 2 people for a rat infestation is a little sad, if I'm being honest. You hear him chuckle as he leans back. He rests his elbows on his desk, and he kind of folds his fingers together and puts them under his chin. Well, ask your questions.
Well, when exactly did this start?
2 months ago, give or take. The plague started quicker. First, people started getting sick, and then we started seeing the rats come in.
Now, did you see the rats come in more frequently as people started disappearing?
Well, I'd say yes. But with the amount of rats that were flooding into our town, it's no wonder they started disappearing so fast. People packed up and left as fast as they could get, as fast as their feet could carry them. Hell, I even seen families abandon everything and just leave, with just the clothes on their back.
Yeah, that's the way it looks in town, at least.
Foamy, while you're listening to this conversation, do you want to take the time to look around?
Yes.
All right. Give me an insight check.
All right.
Actually, excuse me. Give me an investigation check. That's what I meant. Insight's people. Investigation is stuff around you. Oh, that was a good roll, Foamy. All right, yeah. So as these two are blabbering on, and you're kind of mildly paying attention, I assume. I assume because you're kind of young, and it's like, whatever. These guys are old people. Am I right?
Yep.
You take the time and you start looking around the mayor's office. He's got little trinkets on a cute little shelf. You notice a hand-carved unicorn. And next to it, there's a family photo of the mayor, the high elf, and a rather beautiful woman. The photo's in black and white, but from the color contrast, you can tell that this woman, she's either blonde or her hair is very pale. So she's like, you've maybe got white hair or platinum hair. And it's very curly and very tight, clean curls. And she's very well dressed. She's wearing a very clean wedding dress, lacy, long sleeved. And next to her, of course, the mayor is standing with her. Both of them are looking happy to be there. You see other pictures. You see a picture of them kissing. You see a picture of the mayor standing next to what looks like a new building of some sort. It doesn't have a sign yet, but he's shaking hands with somebody else standing in front of it.
Probably gonna need to remember all this, but I'm probably not gonna be. Foamy's gonna probably think of, yeah, it's just a bunch of pictures of people. I don't know who. It's like knowing the mayor and just some random ass woman. Because Foamy does not know marriage. Foamy does not know anything about wives or husbands or anything like that.
That's fair. All right. Korath, go ahead and continue.
Now, one of my companions who stumbled upon some of your remaining townfolk, at least the ones that aren't too friendly.
He frowns, like a very deep frown. So much so that it really exposes the wrinkles in his face. The wrinkles he was so hard trying to hide and keep straight. But he frowns. I assume you mean our sick.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's honestly what they said that has caught my interest a little more. Do you know anything about...
The plague goddess?
Yeah.
The queen?
That would be it.
As far as we know, it's just the ramblings of those infected by the fever and the plague. We're not really sure where they got the idea from. They just mumble about it. We've tried to follow them to see if it's got any leads or anything, but nothing. They're harmless. They're still our townspeople. They're just sick.
I have to say that's putting it mildly. Well, you have any any way of pointing us in the right direction, maybe? I know some of our companions are headed to the trapper right now.
He sighs. Well, Jeb is a smart one. If anyone knows animals, it'd be Jebediah. Although, I'll let you meet him first before I paint a picture myself. Just know that he means well. He's just not well spoken. The sheriff is always worth asking questions, although he knows just as much as I do. Although he keeps an eye on the goings arounds in our town. As far as anyone else, Gralna is our local apothecary. She's been working on a cure for this plague. But it's been a while since she's checked in.
Well,
The only other person I could think that might be a help would be Horse. He's an old miner that usually hangs out just outside of town. He's been here a long time. Seen things. You guys need a place to stay. Sorry. If y'all need a place to stay, I recommend checking out the Wandering Star Tavern. It's ran by a little thing named Charlene. Be careful. She's sharp as a tack, twice as mean.
Sounds like lovely company.
She is if you pay her.
I'm sure. Well, I guess we'll head towards the apothecary, check on. What was her name again? Sorry.
Gralna.
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 We'll stop off, say hi, and make our way to the rest of the company. Headed for the sheriff, so.
Right. If we find out anything, I'll send the sheriff after you.
All right. Sounds good. Best be heading out then. Again, he'll search for Foamy. Really, Foamy has this little gremlin energy that is fucking running around like a chaos.
Foamy is currently distracted by a unicorn.
Ah, lovely.
A wooden unicorn.
Foamy, we're going.
Boo! She scurries over to Korath.
And yeah, he'll let out.
You guys are gone? Okay. So yeah, you guys leave. Alright. Sue. You're here, right?
Yeah.
Just checking, my dear. Alright. You are on your way to the outskirts of town. You've asked a few people, the ones that don't shy away or seem to shrink at your existence. You've asked a few people here and there for directions. And the townspeople, they're not rude, but they're very short with you. They don't have the time, but they do give you directions to find the trapper's house. And they've told you his name is Jeb or Jebediah. And they've also told you to they've told you that he's not a bad guy, but he's gonna seem real grumpy at first when you meet him. Yeah, and they send you to Jeb's house. You have to. So when you're on your way to Jeb's house, it's just outside of the town, towards the edge of the forest. Like as you're walking to it, you can see his little his little hut, his little like log cabin wooden hut, is just like I'd say 30 feet away from the forest. Like it's like right there. Like he could just walk right into it and go. You immediately notice his house is weirdly not surrounded by rats.
That is kind of suspicious. I guess he would walk up and knock on the door.
Yeah, so you hear the creaking of floorboards and someone moving around, heavily moving around inside. The door slowly swings open, and you're greeted by a mountain of a man. Let me see. Where is my description of Jeb? Give me just 1 second. Okay. He's a rugged man. His face is rough hewn from years of surviving in the wilderness, which is obvious from his thick, scraggly beard that seems to grow wild in all directions. His hair is just as untamed, dark brown, long and tangled with bits of twigs and leaves, as if he's never seen the inside of a barber shop. His withered skin is tanned from endless hours spent under the sun, marked with scars and calluses from the dangerous life he leads, and his hands are rough and thick from years of traps and weapons. His piercing eyes are dull, washed-out gray, often scanning the surroundings with the sharp, calculating focus of someone who has learned to rely on their instincts for survival. His expression is hard to read, grizzled with years of hardship, as far as you can tell. But well, I won't give you that. He seems a little off as he sees you. Immediately he narrows his eyes, but it's almost like he doesn't have the energy to tell you to go away. What is it?
I came here wondering about these rats out in town. The sheriff pointed me in your direction. Thought I could come here and maybe get some info from you.
Come on in. He opens the door, allowing you to step inside.
Sue follows him in quietly.
He shuts the door behind you and kind of ushers a large hand. By the way, this is just a human, but he's a big guy. He's a little overweight too, but not like unhealthily overweight. He ushers you in with his big hand. Sit anywhere you want.
He takes a seat at the table.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, there's an old kitchen table, handmade, obviously. By not, it doesn't seem like it was made by like an artisan, but you can definitely tell somebody took the time to sand it and pick choice pieces of wood to carve. It's made out of a really thick round of like a thick cut round of like a tree. And then the legs are made out of branches, thick, beautiful branches that have been sanded down and stained. Are you thirsty?
Sure, I'll take something.
He quietly nods and he walks over to a bottle that's sitting up on the shelf. He pulls 2 mugs down, putting one in front of you, one in front of him. He uncorks it and he pours it in some in your cup and some of his, and he recorks it and puts it back on the shelf. So you want to know about the rats?
I do.
Well, they started plaguing our town about 2 months ago. They've eaten everything. They've destroyed everything. And they're in pretty much every house but mine.
Do you have any idea why they're not in yours?
Maybe it's because I don't live inside the town. Maybe they know that I'm the only one that's been killing them. He takes
What
a
have you been
swig
killing them with?
of his mug, whatever's in
sorry.
his mug. Oh, you're good. He takes a swig of whatever is in his mug and then sets it back down, looking at you expectingly.
What exactly have you been killing them with?
My traps.
Nothing else to put fear into them.
Nope. Just my old iron traps.
Well, you mind if I get one of those off you? Think I might have an idea. See if we can do a little testing.
He sighs and he gets up, walking over to a wall, which you hadn't really noticed until now. It has metal, like iron traps, bear traps, collapsed cages that are like he can pop up and like reform. They are decorating the wall, like essentially hanging off the wall in chains. And he takes one of the collapsed cages and he sets it on the table in front of you. And with you watching, he puts it back together, showing you where to, without saying anything, he shows you essentially how to form it back to its square shape. He even silently shows you how to set the trigger. And then you watch as he walks over to his fireplace, which is going. It's nice and warm and cozy. He grabs a piece of kindling, which is like a stick, and he walks back over and he uses the stick to touch the trigger, which drops a mechanism inside the cage and shuts the cage. He then collapses it and he pushes the whole thing at you.
Thank you. I'll be using this to the best of my abilities.
Whatever helps.
Well, since you helped me out, is there anything I can do for you while I'm still here?
Not that I can think of. You can
Well,
you can drink your drink and not waste good ale.
I guess I can. You're right. He takes the drink, downs it entirely.
And it burns. It burns on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's ale, but it is strong.
Well,
Moonshine ale.
that burned a bit, but you know where to find me if you need anything. I'd be happy to repay any type of kindness you give my way.
When you said it burned a bit, you can see his lips curl under his big, scruffy beard and mustache, and he smiles at you. His slate gray eyes almost sparkle a little bit, amused. Well, I suppose you'll be back if you need anything.
Well, you know where to find me if you need anything yourself. But for now, I should probably head out.
He chuckles. I'm a trapper. Finding things is what I do.
Well, I hope you would be able to find me. A trapper without a sense of tracking's not a very good one.
So what is your next move?
He takes the trap and goes to get up and leave.
All right. Is that all you want to do? Just directly
Yeah.
leave?
Well,
Okay.
go to leave.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't stop you.
All right, well, then he just leaves.
All right. Yeah, okay. So you do leave, and you're a little baffled. You don't really understand where that lead would have it didn't really seem to help. Lunar redeemed hydrate. I got you, Lunar. It was kind of like almost like a dead end. It was weirdly helpful and a little ominous. But you have a trap now.
I do have a trap now, yeah.
All right. Sir, I will ask you to just chill for a minute. All right. Let me see. Taldoa and Daya, my dears. You guys are heading into the sheriff's office / jail.
All right. Before we go in,
Yeah, you don't mind if I sit outside for this one?
Well, that depends. Are you gonna sit outside and stay outside right here by the sheriff's office, or are you gonna wander off?
I'm gonna sit right here. I'd rather not, I'd rather not.
I suppose I'll head in myself then.
Before you go, Taldoa, you watch as the jumping spider on his shoulder, he kind of like turns towards you and he tilts his head, like looking at you with his big ol' 8 eyes. He's got 2 really big ones and then a couple, like, the rest are small. His other 6 are smaller. And he looks at you and he kind of like, and you see him like drop his butt on Daya's shoulder, like sitting.
Well, the little one seems a bit intelligent. I suppose if anything sort of happens, he knows where to find me.
Wait, what do you mean by that? I know where to find you. You're just
Taldo's gonna walk into the sheriff's office.
Goodbye.
and
Excellent.
Guy wants to make an insight check just before he goes in.
Yeah, go
Before
for
that
it.
roleplay starts. Just on everything.
Yeah, go for it.
Everything random.
Wow, that's a high insight.
For Daya too.
Were you getting insight on Taldoa?
Not on Taldoa, just on everything.
Okay.
He's just taking a breather, like looking out.
Yeah, this town sucks, Daya. Like, you're pretty sure you've been in like this is the bottom of the barrel. This is probably one of the worst places you've ever been, and you've been into some pretty shitty situations. Like, this place fucking sucks. It stinks. The rats are annoying, and you're almost getting a little aggravated by how many of them are like crawling across your bare feet.
I do apologize. I have to step away for just a minute. You can skip me if you need to.
I will not skip you, but I will hold off on going back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I gotta go for a second.
Don't be sorry. Do what you gotta. So yeah.
Okay.
Are you satisfied with that? Oh.
Somewhat, yeah.
Hold on. You rolled an 18. Let me give you something.
Okay.
Let me see. What can I give you that's not gonna break my game? Hold on. Let me think. As you're sitting there, very aware of your surroundings, of your insight, you notice a shady figure just for a split second, and it's not he doesn't linger around long enough for you to get up and follow him, but he's definitely moving around. You see him. He was a human. He was dressed in a way that, like, so you can't really see his face, but you see his eyes, and he's very shifty, and he's kind of like looking around his surroundings. He sees you, and you see him, and he kind of like quickly like kind of shrugs you off and disappears down the alleyways.
Daya like looks towards the alleyway, the alleyway, and he just glares. He doesn't know why he's glaring, but it reminds him of because he's dealt with shady people in the past, probably a lot. I mean, he is a shady person himself.
Yeah. One of
So
those.
he's given.
I hate
He's
to
given.
say it, but it takes one to know one.
Yeah, he's given the. He's going like.
Give me a wisdom.
Mm.
I want to see how far we delve into this. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of your thought process.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Weird guy.
Weird guy.
I love Daya. He's so fun to fuck with.
He's so fun to play. Like,
He's fun to fuck with. Like, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, I love messing with everybody's characters, but Dia specifically, I can like make fun of him, and it's like you can't do anything about it.
No.
I can sit here as the
Mhm.
DM and be like, "This guy's really dumb," and you're like, "Can't
Yeah,
argue."
I agree with you. He is he's not the brightest cookie.
All right. So yeah, you saw a shady guy. Kind of was like, "Well, that's weird," and that was pretty much the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say that Dia was like, "Well, that's weird." It was kind of like,
Me.
okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All
He was
right,
like, "Cookie? Nah."
Taldoa, you stride your big metal ass into the jail. You see in front of you, at a desk, snoring away, is a rather large silver dragonborn, with a mohawk-like fin stretching from the top of his head down to the base of his neck. He's dressed in a slightly stained light blue button-up shirt with a pair of jeans and boots. He's got a silver badge on his shirt that's claw-shaped that says Sheriff on it. Sheriff. And he doesn't really notice you. He's fast asleep. He's got his legs up on his desk, and he's snoozing away. Meanwhile, you're watching as there's like rats like skittering around his desk and like pretty much playing like across his boots and like running down his leg. Like, they don't care. Jumping in and out of his coffee cup.
I'm gonna tap on the desk, see if I wake him up.
He doesn't wake up.
All right, little more harder of a pull hand onto the desk.
As soon as you thunk on his desk, he. Oh, God's help us. I'm guessing you're here about the rats.
So, that's sort of a way of putting it, I suppose. I'm actually looking for a friend that was heading this direction. Should have talked to you.
Tallish guy, slender build.
Would be the one, yes.
Smelled real sweet.
I can't say I would know.
Try harder.
Us Warforges don't have a sense of smell.
Pity. He clears his throat. Last thing I remember telling him is something about the trapper, so he's probably heading that direction.
Would you mind pulling me in that sort of vague direction then?
Sure. He kind of like gives like a huff. Just outside of town, heading towards the woods, there's an old log cabin. About
All right.
north. You won't miss
I do
it.
appreciate it.
It's a little tiny thing, but it's there.
As he goes to leave, he's gonna flip a gold coin towards him.
Oh, he catches it, and he like nods to you.
Have a great day, sir. At least what you could.
He kind of
And
sighs,
he's gonna leave.
and he puts his feet down. And obviously, he's about to move around. So, but he lets you go.
All right. And I leave the sheriff's house. Is Dia still right outside of it?
Is Dia still on the porch?
Oh my god, my mic is muted.
Hi,
He's just
Ninja.
standing there. he's just standing there. He's like,
Right now,
evidence
we're
sells
heading
better than this.
there.
Yeah.
Right into the trappers.
All right.
I was shown the direction. We're gonna head that way.
Dia, he doesn't care that there's like mice getting on his feet and like mice poop, but he's being cautious not to get on his tail.
That's fair.
Mm. He doesn't want his tails.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you guys head towards the direction that the sheriff, or I'm gonna be calling him the sheriff, pointed at you guys towards. And yeah, you sure enough, as you're heading that direction, you actually cross paths with Sue, who has a metal contraption in his hands.
Okay.
Well, looks like we found you.
Is Sue back yet? Crimson?
All right. We will pause there for when.
Right.
Huh? What?
Right.
Oh, I thought Sided said something.
I think so.
Sided, are you there? What?
Sorry, what?
Sided, can you hear me? Are you okay?
Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing. You made a noise and then you went quiet.
Oh, well, I wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You're like, my mind.
Yeah. All right. So
well.
we will wait for Crimson to get back before having your guys' conversation. Meanwhile, I will pan over to Foamy and Korgath. Where is it you guys are heading?
Morgoth wants to check out this apothecary.
Yeah.
And,
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Like you said, yeah. Are you sure? I'm
No,
like,
I said yeah, sure.
Are you sure you
Why
want
are
to
you
talk to the
making it weird?
apothecary?
Don't
right?
make
Oh,
it
that's what got me fucking up. Are you sure? I'm like,
Don't make it weird.
no, I'm not.
Why are you making it so weird? It's just an apothecary.
So yeah, if Foamy ends up following Morgoth.
Which is a high possibility of that.
Make his way to the apothecary.
Yeah, okay. As you enter said apothecary, you can smell the herbs drying, and then your eyes are able to adjust and focus. Around the building, you see plants hanging all over the place. You see them on the ground. They're all very, very healthy and sprouting. There are still rats climbing all over and everything, and you're watching some of the rats digging out the planet, like potted plants, flinging soil all over the place. But this place is as clean as it can get. At least it's active. The door was open, and around I will also say that there's like hanging herbs drying as well. You see shelves with miscellaneous potions all over the place, and a like a countertop with a till, but no one's standing at it. There's a little bell though.
Well, shall we try the bell? Foamy.
Yeah.
You like gesture to Foamy to ringing the bell.
Foamy, how tall are you?
I think it was. Did I think it?
I think you're 2.5. I think it was 2.5 feet tall.
Wouldn't that be? Nope.
I am back, by the way. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
Don't worry, love. You're fine.
No.
Don't you worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
That's a really good question.
I think I remember
D&D
you saying
Beyond.
you're 2.5.
Yeah, I want to be the shortest motherfucker there.
So yeah, you're probably around 2.5. Goblins are really not tall. They're not a tall
Okay.
race. All right. So
Point at it.
comically, you do point at the bell, and you look down to Foamy, who is looking at you and looking at what you're trying to point at, and you immediately recognize that Foamy is not eye level with this counter. They are very much not even forehead level with this counter. The top of their head is about where the countertop is.
Right. You want to press? Do you want to press the bell?
And jump start. As Foamy backs up, as they're gonna get a running start to jump on the counter and slam the bell.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll do that.
Yeah. So, you're taking a running start. Are you gonna try to hop up there yourself, or are you gonna get help from Korgath or Korath? Korath. I always want to put a G in it.
Yeah, me too.
I think Foamy can do it by themselves.
Oh, you want to try it? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I want you to give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, that's
Oh
probably
yeah.
the best one there.
Oh yeah. Oh, a 19. You did it. Okay, yeah. So as you gun for it, you just sprint at this counter, and Korath, you watch almost in horror as this little thing is just sprinting dead ass towards this wooden countertop, and the dad. Well, you're not a dad yet, but like you have instincts. The paternal side in you is a little concerned that this little one is about to smack their head against the edge of this countertop. But as you reach out to stop them or help them, you watch as Foamy almost like springboards from the ground up onto the counter, landing on the counter. And I assume in one fell movement you locate the bell and slam your hand into the bell.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with a loud ting. And do you stay on the counter? Actually, better question. Give me another acrobatics check.
That wasn't exactly what I was mentioning, but alright.
Okay. Yeah, so as you continue to kind of slide across the counter, you end up putting your feet out, and you kind of you catch yourself and like slow yourself from like absolutely just sliding across and launching to the other side of the counter. So now you're kind of like sitting on the counter.
Foamy's
you're
gonna
still
do
very
that
much
exact
in arm length of that bell. Which was a very, very pretty sound, by the way.
Well, that was entertaining.
Foamy,
Wasn't expecting it.
you've got an urge. Foamy, give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Save.
You resist the urge to continue slapping the shit out of that bell.
Aww.
Unless you want to. You can if you want to. But
I'm gonna do it a couple more times.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so yeah.
Child.
They slap the bell a few more times and annoyingly spam the sound of the bell. Until you hear a voice say, "What is it? Would you stop that?"
Shit.
Sorry, ma'am. She has these uncontrollable urges. I can't really stop that.
I'll be out in just a second. Hold on. Korath. I assume you're kind of looking around.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of
Give me
Inspect.
an investigation,
perception.
would you please? Specifically, I want you to roll this. Specifically, and there's a reason.
Specifically, got it.
Specifically, I want you to roll this one. Foamy
Investigation?
wouldn't quite understand. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I'll give it to you. It's not that hard to understand. Well, I'll say it to you in the way that you might understand it or you might not. as you're peering around this shop, you are noticing some things. The archway to where the voice is coming from is very high up. The counter as well, as you're looking, the counter itself is a little higher than it should be. You notice Foamy really had to get that run and start to get up there. The cabinets are higher, closer to the top, where the ceiling is. And you notice a coffee mug that's 2 sizes larger than it should be.
He's gonna kind of like reach his arms out. We should probably get you off of that counter. He's gonna move to pick up Foamy, like kind of like place her fucking on his back or on the shoulder. She can see over the counter.
Awesome time.
Yeah, as you do so, you hear thud, thud, thud coming from the background of the shop. And lumbering in comes a very, very large woman. And I'm not meaning like she's chunky. No. She's very much in shape. Muscular, in fact. Bulging, rippling muscles. Outlined in veins. Every movement is a flex.
Does she happen to be a werebear?
She stands about 7.5 feet tall.
Well, they're only a bit taller than me.
Her skin is olive in color, and as you first glance at her, the very, very first thing you guys notice is the pair of tusks that are small but poke out from the bottom of her mouth. Her pointed ears are features, along with the tusks, that you recognize rather quickly. Although she's not full orc, she is a half orc with lovely, beautiful black hair that you can't really tell at first glance, but you can definitely tell that it's braided back. And you're going to assume it's probably very long. She's wearing a light, let's see, she's wearing a light green, like long sleeve shirt, but the sleeves are rolled up to her elbows, exposing her strong, muscular forearms. On her left arm, there is a vine tattoo going up, starting at the top of her hand, going up to unseen, like past her elbow. She's wearing a skirt, buttoned up. It's a kind of like it goes like to her belly button down. It's a long skirt, floor length, and she has a leather corset around her like waist, like on top of the button-up shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes are a deep forest green. Can I help you?
Yeah, the mayor sent us this way. Apparently you haven't checked in much, so I figured I'd stop in on my way to the sheriff, see if you need any help or.
Damn it. You're here about the cure, aren't you?
Not in so many words. I'm sure the mayor would like to know what's going on, but here to get rid of the rats.
Korath, you're a big boy, but this woman makes you look a little small. She's ripped. She's way more muscular than you are. And she almost stands a little prouder than you do. Would you please roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Korath has never been so much in love as he never seen. No.
Please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Con saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you passed. Just barely, but you passed. You felt your heart not so much flutter as like in love, but like you were gonna be mildly frightened, or not so much frightened, but what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidated. You were gonna be a little intimidated, but you found yourself kind of sucking it up and like regaining your courage, and you're able to look her like almost eye to eye. You have to look up a little bit at her. So there's a reason I haven't reported back to the mayor. The cure I've been working on has been stolen.
Well, all right. Stolen by who?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, anyone that you might know or think that have any reason why they want to steal it from you?
Well, I'm sure that I don't have to tell you why people would steal anything from me. She kind of like ushers her hands like look at her kind of thing.
I'm not following.
My ancestry isn't always welcomed in these kind of places.
Yeah, I could feel you there.
Not to be insensitive, but I figured you would understand.
Yeah, I can say I do. I'm sure the little one on my back here is also in the same boat.
Believe me, being half Goliath, half orc does make people look at you real funny.
I wouldn't say funny. Funny would not be the word that I would use. I would maybe a little intimidated.
She reaches a large, strong hand out to you. You can call me Gralna.
Karth will reach out his hand.
Yeah,
Korath.
she shakes your hand like it's like a boulder meeting a boulder. Like, you guys shake hands and there's like a moment of like, do we arm wrestle right now? Are we fighting? And she lets go and she's going to kind of like lean over the counter a little bit, looking down. Oh wait, yeah, she's gonna lean over the counter, looking down the other side. And who might you be?
She's looking on my back.
I thought Foamy was on the ground. Sorry, my bad.
No,
Okay,
I'm
so
on the back. I'm like
she looks kind of like behind you, but she's still kind of leaned over on the counter. Say again.
Foamy.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She offers a strong hand, putting it towards you, even though you're clinging to Korath.
She's going to move up to Korath's shoulder and just like body bag like a sack of potatoes and just shake her hand.
Yeah, and when she takes your hand, she's a little gentler with you because like she sees you're a goblin and she's like, well, I don't want to crush this thing, so she's far too happy to gently take your hand, giving you a very polite shake. Well, you're welcome to look around in my shop if that's what you want to do. If you're here to help, that is.
Yeah, well, I imagine that cure might be a little bit helpful. Have you spoken with the sheriff?
I would, but she hesitates.
You would, but what?
They already have so much on their plate. I didn't want to add extra stress to them.
All right. Well, why don't you tell me everything that you know about the theft, and we'll see what we can do while we look for how to kill these rats, get rid of these rats.
They are a menace, aren't they? Come on.
Yeah, my Drake doesn't like it.
We'll head back and I'll show you where I was keeping everything. Feel free to walk around as you need. I really don't think you're going to hurt my shop. And she kind of like gives a hearty chuckle and leads you guys behind the counter to the back of her shop.
And to the back of the shop we go.
All right.
Yep.
Sue and Taldoa and Daya, you three have just reunited together, kind of between the trapper's house and the town. So you guys are like somewhere in between.
Ah, we were looking for you.
Nah, I wasn't too far. I was outside of town, really.
Any sort of information you found?
Not really much. Just that the sheriff's been trying to kill these things for a long time, and the trapper doesn't seem to have any, but he gave me this trap to see if we can figure out a way to use what he's got to kill him. Or at least repel him.
Mm-hmm.
So we have trap.
Yep, that's about it. Just a trap.
So, any sort of rats seen farther out of town?
No?
Oh, okay. Are you asking me?
Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me.
I don't know who's talking to.
Okay.
No, I was talking burst or in game.
Okay. Okay. You guys are good. Go ahead.
What was the thing you asked again? I'm so sorry.
Any sort of rats you seen out of town?
No, when I went out to see the sheriff, God damn it. When I went out to see the trapper, I didn't see shit.
So it seems like they're sticking to this town then.
Yeah, it seems like they're sticking to the town.
And the trapper has none.
The trapper ain't got none.
Question. So did you, or out of game question, were there any like stranglers or rap, or like any sort of stray, like one or two rats we see?
Yeah.
Or is it just
So as you're standing there, you don't really see any rats leaving town. At least not towards the forest or towards the trapper's house.
Okay, Daya's gonna try to grab another rat. Can he like hulk it? Just like try to grab it as strong as possible.
So are you guys walking back towards the town?
yes? I would assume so.
Okay. Yes, then, Daya, you may try. Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You're able to actually you scruff a rat, if you understand what that means.
Yeah.
So you grab it by the skin on the back of its neck, keeping it from biting you. It almost screeches at you, and it gnashes its little pointy, nasty teeth at you, and its little feet are flailing, and its tail is trying to grab a hold of you in any way, so it can use the leverage to bite you.
Okay. He's going to what's the word? Thunder. He's going to chuck it towards the trapper's house.
Just full
As hard as he can. Would you like a strength check or a dexterity?
Just for shits and giggles, give me a strength check. I want to see how
Athletics
hard
or strength?
Strength. I want to see how hard you throw it.
That could have been way harder.
I know,
That
right?
could have been way harder.
Supersonic red.
So yeah,
And then
as
have a
you-
good grip on him, I'm guessing.
Yeah, as you went
Rat
through it, the
space
rat
program?
did. Sorry, say again, Crimson.
Rat space program.
Yeah, right. Straight to the moon. Bam, boom, straight to the moon. No, as you go to yeet this rat towards the trapper's house, it does manage to wrap its tail around your wrist a little bit. But even with your full swing and launch, again, no. But as you throw it, the tail wrapped around you did kind of mess up your momentum, but it did launch it towards the trapper's house, and it did soar. I'd say about halfway between like where you're standing and towards the trapper's house, where there's not really rats around. And it lands, and it kind of like, you know how you throw a rock and you skip it on the surface of the water? Yeah, the same thing kind of happens, and you watch the rat kind of like tick, 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 across the ground, and it stops, and it kind of like looks around and pauses, almost like, wow, what just happened? And then it like scurries off towards the city. Like it goes like back towards the town, not city, but town.
He
My
scratches his
question
head.
is, how many skips did Daya make?
Daya, roll me a 1d10. It did 3.
All right.
Okay. He like scratches his head.
We're asking the important questions.
So, if the rat was closer to the house, it came back to the city?
Seems that way. He doesn't want to leave. Now, you'd think with a rat like that, sense direction would be a bit of trouble, but maybe it's following the smell.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
As Daya was like throwing the rat, would it be possible if Sue just kind of like flew up into a tree to get away from like the rat possibly getting close to him?
I don't think you have your wings yet.
Oh, darn. Wait, what level do you get your wings again? I think
Look at Asmir.
You get them at level 5, I think. Was it Ismir?
yeah. I thought I already had them. Darn.
Let me fact check.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing in the background, trying to.
Level 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you're not quite there yet. Your recent trip. I'm gonna keep this vague because I'm not gonna give away too much. I don't want to blurt out your story. Your recent trip, if you know what I mean, left you unprepared for this new terrain that you landed on. And your body's a little weak still, so you're not able to have your wings here yet.
Got it.
Okay.
Darn.
All right. Yeah, no.
So,
you watched him fling it. Full send the rat. All right.
if they do come into the this town, they'll see the dregs probably parked at the apothecary.
Yeah. I don't remember you saying that you guys brought your drakes.
I feel like it would just be kind of a thing. I wouldn't really
Zalmos
leave.
would definitely follow you. But Foamy's Drake is really not focused sometimes and would probably still be busy smashing rats. Or trying to. But if you guys want to go ahead and like wind it back a little and say you took your Drakes, then yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I would do that.
Right. Yeah. Just know that those details are important. Sometimes
Yeah.
I might not let you rewind them if they,
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, your guys' drakes are. One of them is tied up front. Zalmos is still like uncomfortably kind of trying to put his feet down, and he's getting visibly like aggravated. He's got little sparks sparking from his mouth, and his scales are glowing between uncomfortable. All right. You guys are heading back towards the town, so yes, you guys see the drakes at the apothecaries.
I suppose if that's
Okay.
the case, we'll just head to the apothecary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys see the same thing. You guys approach. The drakes are chilling. Your guys' drakes, I assume, are somewhere in the city. I wouldn't really worry about it. There's not a lot going on that's gonna. No one's gonna mess with your horses. I'm gonna call them horses.
Yeah.
Rats might.
Huh?
I said the rats might.
Yeah, the rats are definitely bothering them, but luckily, right now there's no threat. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and head in if you guys are gonna head in.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys notice right away that everything seems a lot bigger here, but you don't really have a context of it. Daya, this place is really cozy though. Like, there's a lot of space here. Like, the ceilings are tall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised. I'm like this like, out of. I'm really wondering how they reacted. Yeah. He hasn't really talked to anybody.
So you are cutting in and out, but I did understand what you said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The people that you've I think you've only really talked to like one person, right? So far.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like a tavern owner, so she's seen all kinds of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's gonna be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave and rejoin.
Okay, go ahead.
What would Korath have?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. Going good.
Excellent. I can
How's
hear you.
everyone else?
Cool. All right.
That's good.
So the three of you rock up into the herbalist shop, and of course you're also greeted by the drying herbs, the plants all over the place. This place is very lush, very green. There are rats digging into the soil of some potted plants. Not really giving a fuck about who's gonna catch them. They don't care. You guys do notice that the poop seems to be being regularly swept. Like there is poop, but like there's not as much poop.
Mm. Okay.
Korath, Foamy, and Gralna are in the back of the shop.
We
I
can see
think
them from.
Taldo is here. Bugbear keen smell.
Oh, I was like, how do you know that? Keen smell, yeah.
I think you'd smell Daya before you'd smell Taldola.
Die on the sticky ass feet.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he can, but he's gonna say Taldoa because Taldoa smells of metal.
Black. Oh,
Mm.
yeah, that would make sense.
That makes sense.
In a herb shop, it's kind of off-putting for metal. So.
Very metallic.
I think our companions are here.
You stink, Taldoa. You stink. Smell.
I wouldn't know, apparently.
I don't have a sense of smell.
Here.
Can I see in the dark? No. Can I smell? Nah. I can die.
I can miss.
I can take damage. I don't know how, but I can take damage. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, you know they're here. Growlna kind of looks over. More friends of yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we should probably go greet them then.
Yeah. Don't be alarmed by one of them.
After you. She kind of like waves her hand in front of herself so you guys can walk.
And Korath will walk up.
Foamy's still on your back? I see,
Yeah,
or on your
assuming so.
shoulder. I guess you were on the shoulder. Are you back on his back?
I'm back on his back.
The baby possum. Behold the child. Alright. So as the two come out first, behind them is a rather lumbering giant. I think everyone heard my description of her, so I don't think I'm going to go through it again. But in a nutshell, very big half orc. Very
Whoa.
large. Yes. He comes lumbering out from behind them. Hello.
Korath gives a giggle at Daya's woe.
You sure I told this?
Thank you. I get it from my father.
Yeah, I don't know what big words like that mean.
She looks at you like she's a little confused. Like she's like, I don't think I said it. Okay, well.
He looks over to Korath. Korath is like shaking his head.
Anyway. My name is Gralna. Welcome to my shop.
Oh. My name is Daya.
It's nice to meet you. And your friends?
These are Iron Man and I don't know. You can ask them. You can ask them. I don't know why they're not talking.
They're frozen with fear.
Taldo's gonna look towards names fucking miss my head. Korath.
Oh, Korath.
Korath.
Okay.
He's gonna look towards Korath. Found any information yet?
Well, Taldo, I've Growlna here is might have put us on a lead. We'll see. She's had the cure, but it's been stolen.
As you guys are talking amongst yourself, from behind you bursts through the doorway. Sheriff, what have we named him? Starts with an A. Azok? No, that's the orc.
Azrock?
Is it Azrock?
That's Charling. That's
Azrak.
Chopper.
We were close.
Azrak.
Azrak. Azrak bursts through the door frame. Son of a bitch. The mayor wants you guys to come quick. There's been a murder.
Oh.
Man, this town's full of surprises now, isn't it?
Just saying.
Agenda?
He like kind of like waves you guys to come on, and she kind of like waves you guys off like I'll be here.
All right, we'll be back.
As you guys make your way through the shithole of a town, you're led to a little kind of a dinky little like a bakery. The bread that's being sold is being on the outside is being crawling with like mice and rats, or not mice. Rats are like crawling all over it, chewing on it, like tearing it up. But the fresh smell of bread does linger in the air. You can tell that this shopkeeper is trying to sell her wares, or was. We just found her like this. On the outside of the house, people are already kind of gathering, like looky-loos. Please, if you're squeamish, don't go inside. But you've got to see this.
Alright. I know murder when I see one.
He's gonna start walking in.
Falling right behind.
Yeah. Korath will follow.
As you guys enter the bakery, strewn across the counter lays a woman, or what was left of a woman. Her face has been ripped clean off, exposing her skull underneath. From her throat down to her belly button has been completely ripped open. Her rib cage exposed and all of her soft, meaty organs missing. She lays on her back, sprawled out across the counter, with her legs kind of pointed like downwards, but like essentially her top half is like what's keeping her on the counter.
Well.
Her hair is dark auburn. Damn it. What the hell got Mara?
Would Di know about organ trafficking?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I guess so.
I don't think he'd comprehend it.
I don't think he'd comprehend it, but I know he'd probably understand like people steal other people's organs sometimes.
I would say sure.
Sure.
Assuming with how Daya's brain works, he might assume.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
What was the baker woman's name again?
Mara, Mara. Mara Silvers, to be exact.
Okay.
I mean,
would he bring? Is he smart enough to bring up the guy? I'm gonna do an intelligence check.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
no, beats me.
Fuck. The kryptonite.
Well. You don't see that kind of murder every day.
Stomach torn open as well as face.
I'm more concerned that the organs are missing.
Question. Does it look like they were ripped or cut?
Give me an investigation check.
Alright.
Actually, give me a medicine check.
Oh no, okay. Natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, damn. Damn. Critical success. Alright, hell yeah. You peer in, and I'm gonna say you kind of use your mechanical war forge bullshit to kind of zoom in a little bit. And you're looking around, and you're kind of calculating. There are no clean cuts in this body. In fact, there's what seems to be gnaw marks around the outsides where she's been ripped open. Gnaw marks and claw marks. This wasn't done by a knife.
Right, so the body itself seems to be torn open by what looks to be teeth. And considering she's up on the counter, it wasn't something small.
It wasn't me, I swear. I was with you guys the whole time.
Well, I wasn't going to suggest you in the first place.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for bringing attention to that.
Yeah, really didn't need to be brought to attention, but you know.
Another thing. Do I happen, seeing how I noticed that it's teeth marks, would I happen to see like any sort of blood trail heading any sort of direction?
The whole house or the whole shop is just covered in splatters of blood from this first check.
All right. I'm gonna look towards everyone else. Check outside, see if there's any sort of blood on the ground or anything. If anything,
Guys-
it might still be here.
I was thinking of a break-in, like how it got in here. Because wouldn't this door be closed?
True. But if it was loud, this body would have been found a lot quicker.
So, sneaky motherfucker.
Unless whatever it is, it's not really. It's posing as something else.
Daya's gonna use Daya's gonna try to like check for any
Okay.
entrances or any. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
2 natural 20s in a row. Okay.
Oh, we're perceiving. Oh shit.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's looking everywhere. He's trying to see like not only if there's a way that the person got in or if there's a way they left. Or any clues.
I should have asked you for investigation, but it's fine. I'm gonna use it. What
Okay.
you perceive is this woman was brutally attacked, and all of her furniture seems to be in one place. So it doesn't really seem like she was struggling to get away. With your natural 20, you perceive, Daya, with your knowledge and your background. Whoever did this, they got in quick, did what they needed to do, and they got out.
Is there also any leads to like where they could be going, or no leads at all? Perfect cover up.
You see. Okay, you rolled a natural 20. I'm gonna give you this one. You see what looks like smudged prints in the blood, but it's kind of hard to tell what kind of prints they are right now. But they're definitely not boot prints.
Daya's gonna look up at it, like look to everybody.
I think someone. I think I see someone's prints on the ground.
He like looks.
I will, as your DM, not to railroad or ruin the fun of this. I will say, you've only slightly looked over Mara, and it's true you also haven't fully looked around her surroundings.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna roll investigation on Mara, see if it's anything.
Go for it.
I will.
Go for it. You guys can both roll me one. Go ahead. You guys haven't rolled one yet. Go ahead and roll me one. Oh
20.
God, what the fuck?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Foamy, I'm sorry. Foamy, you're kind of stunned. This is the first murder. Well, you've seen murder, but you haven't seen something so gory and gruesome, like an innocent, gory and gruesome murder like this. And you're a little freaked out by the idea of somebody eating somebody else. So you're a little. I wouldn't say you're freaked out, but you're a little. You're a little disturbed. Little disturbed. A little disturbing. Korath, as you carefully start to look over Mara, something catches your attention. She's clutching something in her hand.
I wonder what this could be.
As you further inspect it with your 20, so you don't see nothing.
Nope.
So you're also, so your stomach is churning a little bit. This is weird. This is some weird stuff.
I just wanted in on it.
It's fine. You tried, my dear. Mara is clutching a silver letter opener in her hand. And there's blood on it.
Might bite me in the ass, but you might give it to me. Will Korath remember the silver inlet, silver lining in the starry place, the
Give me a
tavern?
history check.
I was worried you were gonna say that because I really hope I don't fucking biff that history.
Fuck it up.
Fucking hell.
You remember seeing silver somewhere.
Alright, well, he's gonna hold out. Huh. A silver letter opener. Where have I seen silver before?
Don't ask me.
I don't fucking know. Alright. I will give one more person the chance to give me one more investigation check.
Mind if I try then?
Go for it.
Tailboa.
On investigation, it's only +1. Oh well.
Another nat. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Another nat 20.
Hey, another nat 20.
I was like, and it's gonna be another nat 20. Holy shit, buddy. Alright, yeah. So, fuck it, I'll just give you a pretty good...
Only you can roll this good when you're doing damage.
As
Shush.
you take your time and you cross your arms and you're really looking, you're focused, and you're allowing yourself to really process this detail. You're looking over the wounds, Taldoa. Something new catches your eyes. Well, a few things catches your eyes. Whatever chewed through this woman, their teeth were very sharp. Almost like daggers or knives. The marks that weren't teeth marks almost resemble claw marks, as they're sets of 4 slashes of 4 across her, whatever was trying to rip and tear at her and open her up. And one final detail does catch your eye, Taldoa. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You spot clumps of gray hair, fur on Mara's body. And with that, we're gonna end tonight's session.
Amadiah killing people again.
Oh fuck, there goes my mouse.
Bro.
I said it was me.
Dagger-like teeth, claws. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Found the culprit.
That wouldn't have made it, what's the word? Conspicuous.
It wasn't me. He looks at him just.
Like, no one was suspecting you, bro. I didn't do it. It was me.
I'm gonna have to start bringing.
You understand why he says that when we delve into his backstory.
It wasn't me.
What's up,
Mouth
Poseidon?
full of blood.
I said I'm gonna have to start bringing in an autopsy list.
Right?
Autopsy list.
It was
I knew-
me.
I knew I was gonna fucking biff that fucking history check.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to get away with it without a history check.
Nope.
I think I have a good idea on what it is, and I'm kind of spooked.
No
I
spoilers.
have
No
zero
spoilers.
idea.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Listen, the game was repaying me for all the terrible rolls I did last session.
Oh,
Huh.
They were wonderful rolls.
What?
Okay, it brought out a funny
I
moment.
didn't do.
I'm glad my suffering was humorous.
It really was.
It
What about them
was.
investigation checks, though? Holy.
Yeah, double net 20.
Oh, man. Taldo was on it.
Yeah, like
He's
Grizzly
I got
said,
you. Watch
if
this.
only you could, if only you could do this when trying to do damage.
That's 2 net 20s in a row.
I mean,
I gotta
he
check
almost
something.
killed that Drake that that he tamed. He pretty much murdered it. We ended up rolling it back a little so he didn't kill it.
I want to check something just to make sure that this thing ain't like broken or anything.
Yeah, roll again. Oh yeah, see?
Yeah.
You're good. You can
Okay.
see it too. It says 1d20 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think
By the
if you
way,
hit
Wolfie?
details, it'll show you what you rolled. Huh?
By the way, Wolfie, your town is disgusting. Good job.
Ah, excellent. It's gonna get worse, don't worry.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
I like Foamy as a koala, a baby koala fucking stuck to me.
Possum. You're a possum mother.
Possum man.
A possum.
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 Possum. Like a possum.
Alright, guys.
She just
I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. Thank you guys
Alright.
so much for joining Guns for Hire, and we will see you guys next weekend. See ya!
Aw.
Bye.
bye.